All right, team. Good morning, good morning. It is January 23rd, a beautiful Thursday morning. How is everybody doing today? Sorry, I was eating one of these vitamins my wife gave me. It's super sour, man. That thing was way too sour for a vitamin. All right. What's up, Todd? Oh, my kids are driving me crazy today. They're driving me crazy today, man. My daughter's on prednisone. My son's obsessed with video games. You know. My daughter's looking at me like she's angry right now. I feel like an old man. You know, son obsessed with Nintendo. Daughter on prednisone yelling at me. You know. I feel like an old man. You know. I guess it's that time. What's up, Todd? What's up, Terry? What's up, Rumus? Yeah, man, we're vibing in here, bro. Yes, sir. What's up, The Most High? What's up, Emmanuel? Good morning, guys. How y'all doing today? All right, hold on, guys. All right, they're gone. They're gone, but they left their Switch on. Hold on, I gotta go turn my son's iPad off. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. They're finally gone, man. Yeah, my daughter's on prednisone. My son is obsessed with this Nintendo that he wakes up every morning at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 hours before school, so he'll play his Switch, and he'll try to sneak it in, you know. Then by the time I get up at like 6:30, he's all moody because he's been up for 3 hours playing Nintendo. That's my life, man. That's my life. What's up, guys? Embrace the youth. Yeah, I'm trying, man. What's up? What's up, team? Alright. Yeah, man. I'm kind of Chinese quarantined 11 million people. I'm bummed out, aside from the fact that I don't want to die with this virus. I'm also bummed out because I'm holding a put option in NVAX, and it has dropped substantially. I mean, listen, it's a $7 put option. I still got like a month left of this thing. And so I have a month for this thing to drop this much. And I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to make that. I got a month for it to drop like this. You know. If it can drop down below 7 in a month, I'm going to be banking money. I'm already well up in this put option, though. I'm up well in this put option. So that's what I'm watching. I think this is a vaccine company. Or biotech stock. We also have HZO. No, hold on. They're back. Why are they back? Hold on. Hey, buddy, listen, when you leave, you need to turn that off. You need to pause that, okay? Oh, y'all can hear me. Yeah, he needs to turn that iPad off. Hey, buddy, when you leave, you need to turn that off, okay? Yeah, man, now they're just hanging out here. They're back. I don't know how they're back, but they're back. Alright, buddy. Hey, remember to pause that, man. Remember to pause that, okay? There you go. Alright, we did it. Alright, love you guys. Alright. There we go. They're gone. Alright. Whew, man. They're too loud in here, man. I can't concentrate. Alright, but yeah, we got HZO gapping up. We got CODX, which is making some moves here from 113 to 292. This one's gapping up, looks strong. Decent amount of volume for a penny stock. I might look for some put options on this one because I doubt I can trade it. We have SLM, which actually looks pretty good. I might watch this one to see if we can short this one. This is Sallie Mae. Is this the mortgage company, Sallie Mae? We'll have to watch this one. I'm assuming so. I didn't know Sallie Mae had a stock if it is the same company. If it's the mortgage real estate company. But yeah, HZO, SLM. We got EVOK, which is a former runner, not really doing much. VIR here, which is gapping up on nothing. LPTX looks all right. CERS maybe? What is this? CERS gapping up from 430 to 473, all the way up to 578. It's at its highs here. We'll see what happens with that one. We also have ALEK, ALEK. No volume. We've got Lake. We've got TER. TER looks good. Teradyne. I'll watch this one. We're going to look up this one too. We're going to watch this one as well. We got Z-Lab, which is gapping up some. STM. We'll watch STM for sure. PTC. We also had PCG, which is gapping up a little bit. NVAX, which is on the move, or it was on the move. I guess it's still on the move. We're just looking for this one to give back its wins. Whenever the hype dies down from this virus, next month, I think this one's going to drop. And so, like I said, I really only need it to drop this much. If it can drop this much, I'm good. I'm green. I'm really green already in it because I have a month, and they understand. They would probably rather me just take profits now than wait and be really in the money for this one. So we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it shoots up. Who knows? PAYC, we got GATX. INMD, we got EPZM. ELAN, STLD. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, we got a few gappers, but nothing too crazy, really. So yeah, basically what I'm watching today, guys, there's a few I'm really watching. There is SLM, PCG, STM, TER, MU, NVAX. And then we got a few gap downs that are significant, like KRTX. We got CODX for gapping up, a nice gap up there. But yeah, KRTX gapping down. VFC gapping down. OILU, UWT. And so that is, UWT is oil, right? Yeah, it's oil. Yeah. So oil is down. Natural gas is down as well. But yeah, that's about it, guys. If you see anything specific you want me to look at, let me know. All right, let me catch back up with the chat. Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit late. Space. Whoa, yeah, space is pretty volatile. All right, so let me catch back up. Embrace the youth. Yeah, I'm trying, man. Gameware. Good morning. What's up, bro? Tyrone, what's up, man? What else we got? Taylor said I lost 160 yesterday. That's tough. You'll bounce back. Wiped out my gains from yesterday. I was on prednisone for years when I was on chemo. Hey, man. Prednisone's no joke, bro. My wife's allergic to everything, and so I've been there, man. I've been there, What you have chemo for, if you don't mind me asking. If you don't want to tell me, you don't have to, bro. Don't worry. But yeah, my wife has the BRCA2 gene, which is the breast cancer gene. And had to have a bilateral double mastectomy like 4 or 5 years ago when she was She was either 22 or 26. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was 22. So yeah, when my wife was 22, she had to have a bilateral double mastectomy, and then she actually became pregnant with my son before they really finished. She had like expanders in, and while she was pregnant, and had to wait until she had my son to get the expanders and stuff taken out. And so yeah, man, I've been there. But yeah, regardless, prednisone is no fun. Absolutely no fun. You rage out on prednisone. It's rough. My daughter's doing it right now. You know, I've been on it too. I've raged out before too. Natural gas is up from yesterday. Okay, gotcha. Shaq, what's up, Carson? ICCCC? I think I added one extra C in there. This one, no volume. I mean, no volume. We can look at the daily chart. Big spike and a big crash is what we got with this one. I mean, and this is pretty common, honestly. Huge spike, big crash. Ah, man, that's rough, Jonathan. Hey, brother, I'm happy you made it, man. I'm happy you got out of it, bro. Leukemia's tough stuff, too. Haha, yeah, nice, man. Congrats, that's awesome. But yeah, leukemia is tough stuff, man. Alright. Alright, we're gonna start looking up some news, I believe. Alright. But yeah, so we're gonna start with CODX. Somebody else mentioned this one. Yeah, Lewis, you should get one before it doesn't start for about a month, man. It starts on the 22nd, I think. And so it doesn't start for a while, so you should get one sometime before it starts, brother. But yeah, if you don't receive one within like a few days or a week, just let me know and I'll reach out to them and look you up. But yeah, so CODX, first one we're going to take a look at this morning. How's the volume in the music? Because in my headphones, they're pretty loud. But I'm sure on the stream they're okay. What's up, Maestro? Yeah, the last World Series of Day Trading, they didn't give everybody their username and password and stuff until for like a few days before the competition. So don't stress it. If you haven't received it yet, most people probably haven't, and you probably won't for another 3 weeks or so. Alright. Yeah, and for the other questions, I'm going to go over my news. It's that time. And so once I'm done with the news, I'll get to any other questions we got in here. Alright, so CODX put out something that said, the molecular and this is quoting from Dow Jones Newswires, and it said, the molecular diagnostics company said it completed a principal design work for the polymerase chain reaction screening test for the new coronavirus. Trading volume soared to 1.9 million shares, enough to make the stock the most actively traded before volume soared to 1.9 million shares. Already read that. Actively traded stock before the open and already more than 10 times the full day average of about 161,000 shares. The company said its new test features its CoPrimer technology, which is, quote, one of the most important advantages of our CoPrimer platform is its ability to reliably and accurately differentiate between similar genetic sequences in order to reduce the likelihood of a false positive diagnosis, end quote, said Chief Executive Dwight Egan. He said, quote, we believe that if the World Health Organization takes the step of declaring the illness a global emergency following the collection of more data in the days and weeks to come, Co-Diagnostics will be well positioned to quickly assist in providing these state-of-the-art tools to affected countries. And so that's what's going down with CODX. It put out something that said that they're going to basically do a test for the coronavirus. They're trying to work on a test for the coronavirus that has their new CoPrimer platform, which basically helps not have false positives, is what I take from that for CODX. And so we'll see what happens with this. This is another in the coronavirus sector. you know, looking for vaccines or looking for tests. And so this one is up after all of that. We'll see what happens with CODX. But yeah, that's what went down for this one. Yeah, for sure, man. That's all it's about, man. That's all it's about. Hold on. Oh, next one we got is SLM. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out which one to go over next. SLM is the next one we got here. And you can see this one's gapping up from 909 to 1110. So yeah, so basically this one had fourth quarter earnings that meet the expectations, sales that beat the expectation, and 2020 profit outlook that was above the analyst consensus. And they are also planning share buybacks. So yeah, positive fourth quarter results for SLM. That's what's going on with Sallie Mae. Again, fourth quarter earnings that met the expectations, sales that beat the expectation, and positive 2020 profit outlook that was above the consensus for SLM. So we'll see what happens. That's what's going down with that one. We got a few other ones like HZO. I don't know what this one is. This one, very low volume. I guess we could take a look at HZO here, but it looks like it's pretty low volume. This one is for, first quarter earnings that beat expectation and positive guidance for HZO. So we'll see what happens with that one. That one's worth watching as well. I'm looking at a few other these. We have Trill that's up. Oh man, Trill running this morning. We can look this one up. So this one put out, it priced an offering of 35.731 million common shares and 1.25 million Series 2 non-voting convertible first preferred shares at $2.75 a unit. And so they just put out that offering. That's what's going down with Trill. It's a $101 million offering. So interesting here to see what happens with it. It's a 275 offering though. And so we'll see what happens. We also have NVAX, which is up to 770s. This is one I am holding a put option on for NVAX. We'll see what happens with it. I'm looking for it to break below this $7 level. That's where my strike price is, but we still have a lot of time, you know, over a month. And so regardless of whether this one goes up or down today, same thing with Trill, really. I'll still be fine regardless in this option. So, but NVAX is up because of the coronavirus panic. They also put out something that said the city of Beijing cancels major public events, including Chinese New Year temple fairs, due to the coronavirus outbreak. So yeah, they're canceling a lot of stuff. I mean, honestly, I researched the coronavirus, and while it's serious, I mean, it's just like any other big virus pandemic that they had the last few years, like swine flu, they had SARS, they had MERS. And it's not really that much different. You know what I mean? It's dangerous, but it's mostly dangerous for people with lowered immunities, right? So it's like it's not going to affect the everyday person that badly. Of course, I mean, it's no fun, and it's a bad virus, but it's not going to kill a majority of people that catch it. The only people that are going to kill are like young infants and like seniors, right? They're the ones that really have to worry about the coronavirus. And, yeah, I mean, obviously I don't want any of my family getting it, but I don't think it's as bad as everybody's making it out to be. You know. All right. So we also have TER, gapping up from 73.59 to 79.75. We could look at this one as well for TER. Not really seeing anything. This is Teradyne. I'm assuming this is just the coronavirus based off of the name, but I'm not really quite sure. So actually yesterday and after hours, it put out fourth quarter results, quarter one guidance that was better than expectations, and they also planned a share buyback. So yeah, fourth quarter results that were positive for TER. We'll see what happens with this one specifically. I think this level right here, this $79 level, is the most interesting. You know, the $79.15 maybe. I think that mixed with this $81.50 level right here, I think that range is interesting. If it breaks over that range, and especially the pre-market high up here, it could possibly run. But I would look at these areas to hold as support or resistance, and I like this range right here. So if it breaks underneath that, I like it for a short. If it breaks above that, we'll see if it can hold those levels as support, is really what I'm looking at for TER. So watching that one, we also have PTC, gapping up some, which is par, PTC. This one looks like it was just an upgrade. Price target was raised to $95 a share from $80. So this one's just an upgrade for PTC. We'll watch that one. ALT giving back most of its gains. IMMD doing a little bit, but not too much here. What else we got? GE, PCG. Oh yeah, PCG is moving some. The company everybody hates. They reached an agreement with Ad Hoc Node Holder Committee. I'll go ahead and read this, and this is from MT Newswire. So PCG said Wednesday that it reached an agreement, and this is all quoting, with all claimed holders who supported the alternate Chapter 11 plan filed by the Ad Hoc Committee of the Senior Unsecured Note Holders. The company said the agreement, which is supported by the Ad Hoc Committee led by Pacific Investment Management Company and Elliott Management Company, will resolve all issues regarding the treatment of pre-petition funded debt of the company, including post-petition interest amounts and make-whole premiums. End quote. And that's what's going down for PCG. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. We also have, that's about it. I mean, I'm not seeing anything else that looks really good. We got GE, WC, you know, a few other stuff that's gapping up, but we can kind of transition to the gap downs now. And the biggest gap down this morning, in my opinion, is KRTX. KRTX. All right, and what went down with this one is that PureTech cuts their stake to 20.4%. So PureTech Health was apparently holding more of a stake in this company, and they recently cut it to only 20.4%. And I'll go ahead and read this, and this is from Dow Jones Newswires, and it says, quote, PureTech, a Boston-based, London-listed biotechnology company, said it sold 2.1 million Karuna shares to Goldman Sachs Group, after which it continued to hold 5.3 million shares in the NASDAQ-listed company. They continue to have a right to royalty payment on net sales of any commercialized products covered by a license granted by Karuna, it said. So yeah, they basically sold some of their shares for KRTX, and that's causing this big drop. We'll see what happens. We're also going to look at AGTC, which is dropping pretty substantially here. Ran up yesterday, dropping way more today for AGTC. And so yeah, AGTC said they reported positive SMA data readout and VIR Biotech to work on virus treatment. So this is another coronavirus. Let me see. All right, actually no. So they reported encouraging interim 6-month data from the dose escalation cohorts on their ongoing phase 1 and 2 clinical trials in achromatopsia. They must have found something they didn't like, though. So, I mean, yeah, they put out encouraging data, but apparently it wasn't good. We'll see what else is going on with AGTC. I'm sure something else will come up here. But yeah, that's what's going down so far today. If you have anything specific, let me know. And that's about it. You know, we got natural gas down. We'll go over that with the overall market. Let me see if Mitch is ready. Hold on one second, team. What's up, Blake? Yeah, I got your email, Blake, as well, man. I'll talk to you a little bit. I'll go over that stuff today on stream. So, Blake, if you're going to stick around, just remind me, and I'll talk to you guys about that on stream, about what our team plans to do, our strategy with the competition, and stuff like that for the World Series of Day Trading. And so, yeah, just stick around, brother. We got it. If I forget, like I said, try to remind me. And if I forget, my bad. Just I'll try to remember, too. I remember I did want to do that today. I don't recall an entire city being quarantined for previous outbreaks, and British experts said it's as deadly as the Spanish flu. They did quarantine other places. I mean, some of the other viruses, like the MERS virus, was in the Middle East, and then the SARS virus, they quarantined people for. Like I said, if we look, I guess it all depends on how easily contagious it is, right? How contagious the virus is. But we'll see. Maybe I'm just trying to make myself feel better about a global pandemic that's possibly occurring. But maybe it's not that bad. I mean, we've had stuff like this come up every few years. And something I've learned is not to panic about it. I mean, if it starts to really get bad, you know, then it may be something to consider. Like, let me look. I think it only had like 500 people that called it, you know. Let me see. 555 confirmed cases of the virus, mostly in China as of yesterday. A few coronavirus cases have been reported outside of China, but no deaths have been reported outside the country. So yeah, I mean, it's still a very small percentage. We'll see what happens. I'm not trying to take it lightly. I'm really not, but I also don't want to panic with it as well. Yeah, but Ebola is way different, man. Ebola is super scary. So they all have different stuff, but rightfully so with Ebola. I mean, that one was scary, man. The virus is in more places today. No fever for some people. Yeah, and my family's been sick, honestly, for the last month, man. Like, you guys remember, I got sick, and it sucked. Whatever I had, it sucked. But it took about a week, and they say that the flu this year is low fever, just overall pretty bad malaise, and that's what I felt. Yeah, and that's really what that's the accurate way to put it, Sir Darth Vader. I think you're absolutely right. He said the problem with the coronavirus is that it's a new virus, and they don't fully know how it works. It's not because it's super deadly to everyone, right? And they don't understand how easily transferable the virus is, right? How contagious the virus is, because if it can get super contagious, then it can get really bad, and they don't understand it well enough at this point because it's new. And so that's a very good point that I probably was ignoring. 100%. Alright. But yeah, we can go over some, since Mitch isn't here yet, we're going to look at some technical levels, shall we? Obviously, I think the big levels for CODX, I think if you look at CODX, look at this. I think this is one of the most perfect looking wedges I've ever seen. You know, look at that. Symmetrical triangle, maybe a wedge style pattern. And look at that. For CODX, that's what I would watch. That looks good. A breakout over these levels look really interesting for CODX. And so yeah, that's what I would watch. But yeah, really nice consolidation pattern here. We'll see what happens when if it squeezes the support and resistance together and it just rips from here. We'll watch it though. It could rip down too. Other interesting levels to watch aside from these are the $quarter and $half, $2.75, and then $3.50 right here. I think those two levels are interesting as well. And then obviously the whole $1.04 up here if we're watching. But me, I'm just watching that consolidation here. See if we get a breakout for CODX. We also have HZO, which this one doesn't really have many technical levels because it's not moving that much. We have SLM though, and so for this one I would watch that whole $1.11 and that 11.50 level. Then I'd pull up the daily chart. We'll see if we got any big levels here. I think 9.15. Really it's just $9 is interesting, but I think we're well above that now. We're way up here. So yeah, I think this $11 level is big, and I think 11.50. I think those two levels are really solid. If it breaks under that, 10.50 could get interesting as well down there. Way down here, 9. You know, 10.50 right here. So those are the levels I would watch for SLM. We also have VIR. We got Lake. What else we got? ALEC. TER. We got TER, and I think I drew this one out already. Those look interesting. These levels right here, the high up here, this high at 81.50, and then this low down here at 79 or so is what I talked about with TER. We'll see if it breaks those levels. We can also look at the daily chart a little bit. So we're well above lifetime highs up here, so you know, daily chart's not going to do much unless it pulls back. All right. We also have, ICCC. A few people talking about this one. Just not really moving that much, man. Not really moving that much. A huge run up yesterday, or the day before yesterday, really. And then it just, no volume, gave it all back. Typical pump and dump is what this one looks like. CTXS, gapping up some. We'll see what happens. We got PCG. which I think this level here at 1350 or so, 1357 really looks interesting. I think we got to look more at the daily chart for this one though. We're at 1330s, so we're right around here. Yeah, I think 1250 right here is interesting. If we get a little bit higher, maybe 1550 up here, right around here, might get interesting for PCG. Yeah, I think those two levels are good. What else we had today? Tesla. Some people talking about Tesla pulling back. STM. The interesting part of Tesla was just look at how this thing ripped yesterday, man. This thing just went crazy, crazy, crazy. My levels were spot on from the previous day, though, if anybody heard me call those out. Now, from yesterday, we got, let's see, we got this low down here at like 559. We got this low and this low and previous high. We do have some confirmation there at 563. We got this high up here at 572. And those are the levels I'd watch. If it breaks above these, plus like the pre-market high, maybe right here at 575, could get interesting. I'll just watch the whole dollars. MU is also moving a little bit. We get these lows of pre-market. I like this range right here. See if it breaks out of that for MU. And then again, if we look at the SPY here, SPY is down slightly. What's up, Tyrell? What's up, brother? Uber? Is it too late to buy Uber now? Don't you watch the movies? If there's a serious pandemic, we will not hear about it until it's too late. Yeah, man. I mean, zombies. That's all I'm saying. But, yeah. We'll see. But yeah, guys. Let me see what we got. Uber. A few people asking about Uber. Uber has just been dropping the last 2 days after ripping up some. I think we really got to look at the daily chart here to determine where some good levels are for this one. Let's see, we're at $36, so we're right around here, $36.80. We're at 37 roughly right here. I think we're really at a big support level. I think 37 is a big resistance level, and I think watching that level, if you extend it to the left and look at the daily chart, you do have some confirmation there. Below us here, we got 36 even, which looks interesting right there. And so those are the two levels I would watch. Maybe that previous high up here could get interesting at 38 too. You know, that's what I would watch. Maybe up here too, if you want to document that level as well on the 5-minute chart for Uber. I think those look interesting. TVIX. TVIX is an inverse volatility ETF, so I think depends on, obviously, like you said, Todd, I think it depends on what the overall market does. Market rips, this will drop. Market drops, this will rip. Not rip, necessarily. I gotta watch how I use the word rip, apparently. But, what's up, Steven? What's up, bro? But yeah, it's worth a watch for sure, Todd. I like it. Forgot what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, I didn't get for all of our members. I wasn't able to put the member video out yesterday. My wife's sick. My daughter's finally going back to school, so I'll have some time to actually work on stuff. It's been hectic, but my daughter's finally back in school, and so I'll actually be able to work now and take a day off. But what's up, team? Hit that like button, guys. We got 23 likes, 2 dislikes. You know what I realized? Like, you know what's funny? Is that I upload videos, right? I upload videos, and as soon as I upload videos, we get some people that just jump on the dislikes. They just hit a bunch of dislikes. I'm pretty sure they're just lurking in our Discord because they're just insecure and they don't have a life, right? So they're just kind of hanging out in our Discord, desperately waiting to dislike our videos, which is kind of sad in the grand scheme of things. But it's hilarious because I started watching the dislikes, and they actually go away after a day or two, which means that I think YouTube is removing them because it's all the same person, right? So I think the same person at the same IP address is just disliking, trying to manipulate it, right? And so YouTube eventually removes the dislikes. So it's just one person, which it's like, I don't know if I'm offended by it, but it's hilarious at the same time. GNPX? All right, let's take a look. Yeah, GNPX, man, ripping down. I wish they would have sold a put option. I think that's what I'll look for, is some put options. Yeah, but GNPX making a huge rip down after a big run up. And this is a very common tale in the penny stock world. You'll see a stock run up for a few days. Usually if it's below $2 and it's a small float stock, they're usually terrible companies and they just crash. That's what happens. I'll look up the news, see if we can find anything specific. 8 million common stock offering priced at the market is what's going down for GNPX. So yeah, roughly $8 million offering at $1.05 a share. And this is what happens, man. They run up the stocks, they put an offering out, stock goes to the offering price. That's what went down for GNPX, so they're just making money over there. Nah, it's an offering, DH. It's an offering, man. So it's just going down to the offering price. The offering price was at 105. So the offering price was right here. And that's where the stock's going. Oh, also, guys, I don't know if you guys realize, but I made like 200 and something bucks yesterday. One of the best days I've had in a while. I'm excited to see where my account's at. I did take some larger swings with like a few thousand shares, but I'll show you the video really quick. What was it yesterday? Yeah. I must have made 2 videos, but look at this. So I'm sitting here trading. Make my money on it for AMD. Finally caught the bounce. Got out roughly break even after everything was said and done, though. Yeah. And so you can see I got myself back to like down $32. I think I was down like 70 before this. If you look at that, I was down 32. And then I decided to trade another time here. And you can see I jumped in CLVS with a bunch of shares. Made a really nice win. And I also got in CGC simultaneously. I almost got out here. But you can see, there he goes, that's where it ended. So yeah, I ended the day up. Let me see exactly how much. I was up more than that, apparently. You see how I'm clipping it here. I think I made $210 at the end of the day. I'll have to see exactly how it was, but it was a great day. I don't think it was 225. I think this one pulled back and I got out for like 205 bucks, 210, 205 bucks. But it was a really nice over $200 win yesterday. So I'll definitely take it. Let me see exactly when I got out. Here, there's my P&L. Apparently I didn't bring my other window up. Look, there it is. I'm about to get out here. But yeah, really nice $200 plus day yesterday. So I'll take it. Yeah, there's me getting out right there. So $202 actually after getting filled a little bit worse. So 202 bucks. So I'll take it. Nice green day. Yeah. No, yeah, Mitch is sending me the offering. Yeah, I already went over it, Mitch. $1.05 offering. That's what I was telling the Most High, is that GNPX got hit with an offer. Or no, RH. I was telling him. What's up, Mitch? Hold on, let me get you in here. Hold on, team. Let me get Mitch in here. And it just kind of goes back to, like, I had to change how I traded. You know? Because I was just getting hit the way I tried to trade. Yo, Mitch, what's up?
Yo.
Yo. What's up, man? But yeah, so we went over the GNPX offering already. It was $1.05 offering, and I was talking about how this is what companies do, right? They pump their stock off, they pump their stock up, they drop the offering on everybody. Everybody cries, and it's kind of how it goes.
No, one of the things that you need to understand, guys, is whenever you see these kind of spikes on the daily charts, this is not a retail investor that put 41 million shares into a stock. And there's probably not retail traders that are putting in 41 million shares into a stock. So whenever you have those kind of situations, they're either going to be one of two things. they're going to either be the penny stock trying to create investor interest. So they themselves will do buybacks, derivatives. There's a bunch of different ways that a kind of a penny stock can push itself up a little bit, even fluff stories, PRs. And so one of the things that you need to always understand is there a value, kind of a valuation in the stock to even give it a chance to come back up? If there's no evaluation, then what it usually is going to be, it's going to be the stock trying to get investors' interest so they can either drop an offering or just get some backing. It could be also a buyout.
Some money.
Yeah, exactly. Get the buyout going. Right. And so that's really what you saw here. It was just kind of a story of the stock bounced up, got some fluff story, bounced up a little bit more. Once they thought they got it at a good price, they started just nailing it. And that's what happens, guys. And one of the key things that you could tell on this stock is when it didn't want to break that $2 yesterday. When a stock has this much volume but doesn't want to continue going and really ripping, that's when you can kind of just put that alert to be like, whoa, this is a lot of volume piling in there. 10 million shares, and the stock only went up 50 cents. Yet if you look back on the weekly, you're like, where was 10 million shares?
Yeah,
you can't even find it. And then so that's the important part. Just remember, guys, there's always, you have to be very speculative with these kind of cheap penny stock plays.
They're terrible companies, most of the time. I'm not going to say all of them. I'm not saying this one. I'm just saying most of the time they're terrible companies. And it's like Mitch said, if you stick around in the market long enough, you'll see this happen over and over again. You'll see a stock run up for a day or two, then they'll drop the offering, and then everybody's like, oh, I can't believe it. It's like, I can, that's what they do. That's what they do, man. That's what they're trying to do. That's why it's coming up in the first place.
You get the fluff news, you get a good catalyst, and then the offering right after.
Every time.
That's why we say, buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yep.
That's why you hear it. Because a lot of times the rumor comes out beforehand, and that's your chance to really make the money. And then by the time the actual PR comes out, kind of left out.
Yeah.
I know you felt like that before.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so do you have anything you want to go over? I'm going to go over the news if not, or the SPY news, the overall market news.
Just upgrades a lot in the tech sec. So WDC, MU, getting some really good upgrades. You guys can take a look at those too. MU probably the strongest one of the two.
Yeah.
You could look at that chart. You can see it breaking out through the 60s. You got LB also getting a raise by Barkley. This one's actually pretty significant kind of movement. If you look at LB, this is actually rising a pretty significant amount pre-market, and got a raise from Barclays. I'm not really going to trade this one today unless I see a significant move, but whenever you see retail stocks kind of making a dollar move, that's usually going to be a significant move, at least especially if they're mid-cap or lower cap stocks. One that's making a move on the kind of retail also is EXPR, which is Express. I don't know if anyone in the chat wears Express, but nope. Express came out with kind of earnings. Let me pull up what I have for them. Just give me 1 second. So Express narrowed their Q4 EPS guidance, but one of the things they are doing is they're focusing on a new corporate strategy. Corporate strategy is to be focused on low single-digit comp sales. So essentially, I think they're just trying to tighten up their expenses and annual cost, and then try to improve their margins. Will this happen? No one really knows. Express also expects to close approximately 100 stores by 2022. So that doesn't really look good. You can see that they're trying to get some more kind of e-commerce going, e-business. I'll be watching this one. It is tradable for us. So definitely keep an eye on it. EXPR.
Look at Space today, man. SPCE.
Yeah, always, man. I mean,
crashing down.
people were telling me that that the space industry really wasn't gonna move up. I mean, hey, it, I wish I would have grabbed these in December. I was just telling myself, I have a friend that has a really good position in Maxar. One of the things that I just feel is this has been an industry that's been talked about for a long time. And I think that, we're going into a decade where we actually might start focusing on space again. If you guys don't remember, we had pretty much a decade where we raced to the moon.
Yeah, man.
And then, and now, that kind of went away for a decade. And I think, it went away for like about 20 years, really. And now I think is when we're really going to start coming back into the race. And I think you can clearly see that there's companies that are starting to focus in this area. Space is really kind of more consumer stock, but you got stocks like Maxar. Another stock that you guys can look at that's been moving a significant amount is WRTC. This is another kind of aerospace and defense stock that is kind of more of a penny stock, still cheaper, guys. But if you look at it on the daily chart, it's really starting to catch some bids and really starting to get some momentum. It's gotten a couple million shares traded here at $7. It looks like it's trying to rip through $8. So definitely take a look at the space sector as it continues going up. But today we are starting to see finally the pullback in space. I expected the pullback to come near 20. So now that we've hit that $20 price point, that's going to be kind of vital for the stock. Today I'll be watching for this one to crack down to 1840s. And on the top side, keep it on the up. I think it needs to get above 1950 today.
We got our mascot hero in here, Mitch. With a new name. Whoa, somebody's asking what you think about Tesla. Tesla pulled back a little bit yesterday.
The Dragon?
Yep, the Dragon. That's it.
That's what I named this stock.
I like it.
The Tesla Dragon, man.
Yeah.
I gotta check the Dragon chart. Not the daily chart, the Dragon chart, man. This thing is still spitting some fire, guys. 550. Look at the daily chart. Look how you see a Harmy. Harmies are always a scared point. That's when investors start getting scared. You see that Harmy at the top here. I actually believe that the reason we got that squeeze yesterday was because there was high investors putting option plays on this on the downside.
Everybody wants it to go down, man. I see all these videos. I'm short Tesla. It's like, cool, bro.
Yeah, but honestly, I think it's usually it's the retail trader being dumb. And I think this is the first time I've ever seen institutional trades getting stuck. And that's what you saw in Tesla. Because what happens is when you do those derivative trades and you get out, you don't get out with kind of a small sizing. And those derivative trades, if you go and you have to get rid of them, or let's say if you are short selling and you have to actually give them the stock back. So there's so many things that are hurting the banks that are owning kind of shorts on Tesla also. And so this is where they're getting caught. And so they keep trying to get some borrows up here, the banks, because at the end of the day, if they could sell back some up here at 560s, they're going to be all right. But I think that's really what you're seeing here. I think it's the institutions trying to call the top. And I think that's incredible. You don't see that often on a stock. A lot of times when institutionals see a kind of rip out like this, they'll stay away from it. But I really think, they're fighting Tesla. So let's see if we can crack 550s today. If that happens, I'll be interested. But like we've always talked about, when you trade Tesla, it's very, very hard to understand the range.
Yep. Huge range. Scary range. What are you changing how you trade? So too fast. I'll wait until Mitch is done. You done?
No, I'm good. You good?
Okay. Yeah. So too fast. So basically, what I've run into with my stats, right? And even if I upload, let me go ahead and show you my TraderView stats, guys. We'll go through that real quick. Let me look at what my account balance is at though, because I have had a few nice little green trades. I have. We're gonna get this ready for the open. Now, hold on. There we go. Let's see what I'm at. Squeeze that out. There we go.
I don't know if you put your chart up. You might want to.
Yeah, I got mine. So basically, if we look at what? After commissions, I just made a little bit yesterday. Wait, I thought I made more than that. It's about 1,600. It says I lost money yesterday. I didn't lose money. Oh man, maybe it was my commissions. I don't know. What was it at yesterday? Did they not update my P&L? Hold on, guys. Maybe after commissions, I did take big size. Let me see what my P&L was at yesterday. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I lost money yesterday, apparently. That's weird. Yeah, my commissions must have been high. I guess I was down so much, I probably overtraded yesterday, but that's disappointing. I thought I'd be up some. But yeah, regardless, I'm changing the way I trade. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I'm still up $1,600 in profit, so I guess it wasn't really like much of a losing day, but it's much less than I thought it would be. Disappointing. I think I traded too much. I traded with like a bunch of shares, and so that's probably why. But yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say though too fast is that if we look at my stats, right? If we look at my stats, let me upload these to TraderView. So I got historical data trades. We're gonna name. Well, let me see my last TraderView stat. Reports view. Trades view. And I'm just now getting there to where I can read that. So my last upload was on the 17th. So if we go to the 17th, we'll go to the beginning of this week. So we'll go to the 20th. All right. So we'll just upload the last 2 days, right? If we filter this, export, we can say last 2 trading. All right. I named that the last 2 trading. We upload these to TraderView. Import. I'm gonna do this live so you guys can actually see it. I mean, I was trading with like 4,000 shares, and I think that probably ate my commissions, and I didn't think about it. I traded a little bit too much, I think, yesterday, which is something I got to work on too. But see, last 2 trading days, the same one I just named. Yeah, and so these are my trades the last few days, right? But my account hasn't really gone up that much. Like, this is my P&L. But my account hasn't really gone up that much because there's a few things. I'm over trading. I'm trading too much at the open, and then I'm rebounding at the end of the day, which is causing me to trade so much that my commissions are eating my profits. It's also, I'm being way too active that first hour to where I have to play comeback after that first hour, hour and a half. And so the way I'm changing my trading too fast is I'm actually waiting for that first hour, hour and a half to, I'm waiting for that first hour, hour and a half to pass before I trade, because I do way better. Look at this. I do way better late morning. You can even see my stats here. I do way better from 11 o'clock my time to 12 o'clock my time. And for some reason, that's just when I've been doing well. My stats aren't bad, really. So especially like the last month, my stats really aren't that bad. The problem is that I'm just trading in the wrong times. You know what I mean? I'm just trading in the wrong times. And my account's still well into the green. And I've started to do a little bit better. But that's what I really need to work on. And that's what I'm really focusing on the rest of this week and next week, is that I'm being very selective that first hour. And if I do trade that first hour, I have to trade small. Mitch is usually a little bit more productive in that first hour, and he generally does better than me that first hour of each market day. And so what I'm doing to change is I'm just going to be more patient and be way more selective in that first hour, and I'm mostly going to plan to focus my trading on that late morning time frame, because that, per my statistics, that's what I do best in. And so that's what I'm doing. We'll see what happens. That's the whole plan right now. And so we'll see if it works or not. Like I said, it's a constant kind of battle of evolving your trading. Commissions on Fidelity or nothing. Yeah, but the big thing about TAPS and TradeNet is that it gets you around the PDT rule. Like, that's more important than anything. You could go to Fidelity or E-Trade or Thinkorswim, and sure, you're not going to pay commission, but you're also going to be restricted by the T2 rule. You're going to have to wait 2 days after each transaction to settle, and you're also going to be restricted by the PDT rule. So you're only going to be able to trade 3 times per rolling 5-day trading week. And so, yeah, I would rather be able to trade as much as I want. And that's the benefit of the platform I'm on. But yeah,
I think I don't think people would show up.
Yeah.
If we traded 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, they would. It would be boring. It would be a boring stream, honestly. But that's what I'm saying though, is that I need to be able to day trade. I know me well enough to know that I'm active enough that I need to be able to day trade. I think my commissions just got a little bit too high yesterday, apparently. I may have traded too much, which is plausible. And it happens. Like, listen, I'm not the perfect trader. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to go through slumps. I'm going to suck sometimes as a trader. I'm going to do good sometimes as a trader. Sometimes I'm going to take too much risk. That's just part of trading, you know. If you want to watch a perfect trader, you know, buy one of the Guru's courses because they'll tell you they're perfect. But
John,
not me.
But I thought this channel was called Perfect Trading.
Dude, I'm getting my Lamborghini out, bro. I'm getting my Lamborghini out. I'm driving it sideways. I'm painting it purple. And I'm buying a mansion, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You're gonna see it come out. Perfect trading. This could be somebody.
Right. Plan trade perfect. You know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I am perfect.
Plan trade perfect. I'm gonna get my Lamborghini. I'm gonna get my mansion. I'm gonna sell a day trading course. It's gonna be called Buy the Dip. You know, I'm gonna be balling out of control, selling courses. That's it, man. That's what I'm doing.
There you go. I have some fun stories to talk about. At least I always like to bring up some cooler news. We're right by to the bell, but you guys maybe look it up yourself. There was a good JPM CEO interview on CNBC, guys. Look that up, guys. I really enjoyed listening to him talk. You know, one of the things is when you listen to a CEO of a bank, you know, they're always really focused on interest rates. And I think one of the biggest things that he brought up was that he said that the only thing he's really scared about bubbles is sovereign debt. So take a look at that. You guys might enjoy that too.
There's the bell. We got TER dropping some. SPY is down today in pre-market.
Tesla is shooting up there right at the gates. Just be careful, guys.
The dragon.
Don't be careful with that dragon chart. Should get you.
Yeah. TER tank. If you guys look at the levels I drew for TER this morning at pre-market, TER is dropping well below that level. We'll see if that 79 level holds its resistance now. I wonder what my put options are priced at this point.
I might buy a little fake meat option later on today.
Uh-oh, some BYND, sir?
If it gets to 130, I'm buying it. It's going to be a nice put option down to 100 for the earnings that come out next week.
Yeah.
EMPH, guys, looking like the best right now.
Alright, there goes NVAX. I'm still waiting for NVAX. I'm holding the put option. It's a 250 put option for a month from now. So I have a month for the stock to drop down to here. To drop this much. And that's definitely possible. Well, we're going to wait for that and see if it happens. I wonder if they've added NVAX. They should. No, they haven't. Unfortunate. There goes MU tanking down, breaking lows. Space
Spice
2
already.
SPY.
Yeah. My spicy spice.
Yeah.
I like it. It just needs to come back up here. I think it's already faded out. Yeah, I did the fade already, so I'm gonna hold to 19 is important.
Yeah, I could definitely short more stocks, Gavin, on TEFs. Yeah, and if anybody wants to use the platform I'm using, there's a lot of benefits. There's some cons, though, like not many penny stocks are tradable, but if you want to check them out, help support us, I'll post this link. We got a few people asking.
CGC at VWAP, that looks good. EMPH, probably the best right now. Was looking at Spice for a second there. Missed a little spike to 3140s. I'll look for any spike to VWAP. I'm definitely going to short that one.
Yeah, I'm going to throw Mitch up. Here, put your trading window up.
Got you.
I'm going to put Mitch up since I'm probably not going to trade this first hour or so.
See, Chrono's got negative news. 2 board members stepping down. So that's why I'm paying attention to CGC. I think that one's a good one to pay attention to. Work going down there a significant amount. What do you expect it? Okay, looking like a VWAP bounce. Look at that space. Space just got hit hard. Careful with the MPH here. I don't like that wick there, but I would take it still at 3140s. This one is really getting some weird action today. Still low volume. It's still under 100,000 shares traded in the MPH that kind of creeps me out. And it's getting weird action. I'm going to lay off a bit, look for a better trade.
SPY is tanking right now.
AMRN looking good.
Yeah, SPY is ripping down. Dare I say ripping? Somebody's going to get mad at me.
All right, guys. My take here, if I can get 60s. If I can get 60 here in AMRN. There's 65 showing on the bid. Let's see what happens here.
Also, guys, we got 45 likes. Let's bring that number up to 100 if we can, team, please. Let's hit that like button, guys. Even if you hate us, don't like us, you can hit that dislike button too, you know. But hit the like button. We're trying to bring that up to over 100. Don't forget to subscribe. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning for free. Not experts, not gurus. Just let people watch us trade. That's all we do. And if you want to help support us, you can click the subscribe button. You can also click the bell, and that way you will get an alert every single time we go live, which is every weekday morning. So do it. What is this one on my chart? Look at SLM, Sally Mae, for a VWAP bounce potential, Mitch.
I think the Beyond Meat just showed me my colors.
Fake meat? I don't want my real meat touching fake meat. You know.
Alright guys, let me know if you guys see any real big extensions. Right now I see a big down move in the SPY. You're gonna pay attention to it. Big price point is down here, probably around the, let's see, 329s is what I would look to hold that price point.
Background music is irritating. Well, let's have a vote. Do you guys like or dislike the music? You know, I'll turn it down if you need me to. We'll let the, you know, we work for you guys, so just let me know, team.
There's that fake meat working those fake profits.
Yeah. Plus, I don't have anything to do since I don't trade the first 20-30 minutes especially, so I'm just kind of hanging out. Thank you for the subscribe, Jeff. Shout out to Jeff for the subscribe.
Hey guys,
thank you, sir.
I will make it noticed. About 80% of my daily watch list is red right now. So look for red to green moves and also VWAP fades right now. That's what I'm looking for. LK leading the way on the upside right now. I was talking to a trader. He was telling me, he was like, bro, why don't you short LK? I'm like, bro, that's why.
Yeah.
Because you'll get pressed into espresso, yo.
Right. I'm not messing with LK, man.
Nah, it's a dragon, man. It's a dragon.
It's scary.
All right, so AMRN did do the fade, guys, but it got a little dangerous there. The spread opened up there with like a 70, 71. I was thinking about getting 60s. It bounced up there to 65s. I'm gonna let that one go. It's really not a clean VWAP fade, so I'll just let it go.
Like the music, like it.
AMAT doing a good fade. MU setting up to break down here or break out above 60.45s.
Alright, so I turned it down, guys. So we had a majority of people that said they liked the music, but some people said it was too loud, and so I turned it down. Let me know how that works. It should be better. Like I said, I work for you guys, so whatever you guys prefer, doesn't matter to me. Most people said they liked it, though.
Alright, it's funny. The leader on my downside is actually American Airlines. Looks like the Boeing news and stuff like that is hitting these stocks. DAL down, AAL down. Save, I know, got some really bad. Oh no, not Save. It's LUV. Southwest got some really negative news. I'll look for a fade on here. Just faded once. I'll look for another touch here. Look for one more bounce to VWAP here. LUV. LUV actually got this news about a kind of a whistleblower saying that they kind of cheated to get their Hawaii flights last year.
NVAX is looking good.
that even supposedly the FAA was a part of this space back up there.
I'm also holding an ACOR put option for $2, and it's at $2 right now, so this is looking great. It doesn't expire for another... let's see how much I'm up in it already. I'm actually down in it, which is ridiculous, but I guess it's not in the money yet. But it doesn't expire for another month or so, so we still got a lot of time.
Look at that space right now.
You guys want to expand the playlist? I got you, man. I'm going to listen to my one song, and then I'm going to find some new songs. And you guys can vote yes or no when I play them. That's what I'll do for this first hour.
Looking to get closer towards 74, so I can risk off at 80s.
You know what I feel like right now, Mitch?
What?
I feel like a mom whose kids just moved off to college. I don't have anything to do, man. I'm just hanging out here. You know? I'm just sitting here.
All right. Just got short there a little bit there. Got to be careful here, guys. Might get quickly stopped out. Ooh, just rejected. Nice for me. This is a little dangerous stock here, but I'm taking a shot here. There's a good risk to reward on this stock. Didn't get the best pricing there. I thought I got 66, but it looks like I got 61s, guys. So looking to increase sizing up here at the top of it. Right now, risk is above 76. Don't want to see it above 76. There's 76 showing, 78s, be careful. These fill, and we just got to step out. There's 80s. Saw some 80s getting filled there, I'm out. Doesn't mean that I won't get back in, guys. This one still has, I just needed to make a top.
A few people talking about FCEL. FCEL is down big. Fuel cell. Some people talked about it today. I'll go over the catalyst for that one since I didn't really earlier. So yeah, FCEL is down after they had a downgrade and a 150
All right,
price
guys,
target.
take it one more shot here.
So yeah, yesterday FCEL put out downbeat fourth quarter results, and that's what went down for it, and that's why it dropped. It's at 181 now. We'll see if it pulls back to the VWAP. The VWAP's at 186, or if it continues down to 170. Yeah, I never told anybody to shut up. Hebrew. Here, but listen, man, we're going to focus on trading right now, bro. We're not going to focus on all this other nonsense, dude. You know?
You gotta be careful here, guys. That bad pricing keeps putting me in a real dangerous spot, so just gonna risk off the risk right now. Hold to the trade.
Look at SLM, guys, for a VWAP bounce. Using the pre-market high, that's usually my A+ setup. Ugh, I might take like 100 shares of this one, or maybe like 50 just to get my feet wet. Just because it's the A+ setup.
That's the risk right now. Can't let it go above that. Might squeeze me out right here, guys. Gotta be careful here. Anything above 80s, I just gotta get out. I can't fight that. I'm out. Got squeezed hard. And that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Got the squeeze put on.
Don't stress it, brother. You've had a pretty good run the last few weeks, so remember, just refocus. You know, you don't have to trade anymore today, but just, you know, refocus. You got this, bro.
Yep, that's it, man. Just got squeezed out. That's how life goes. I tried her. She just blew through me twice.
I'm in STM, guys. I'm in SLM just because that pre-market level and the $0.50 level and the VWAP are all at the same point. So it looks like an A+ setup for SLM. But like I said, I'm only in with a tiny share size, and so I don't mind taking a little swing here with SLM. Just a very small trade. I don't usually trade. I gotta kind of change how I trade here and not trade that first hour. But if I do trade, it's got to be A+ setups like this, and I got to trade up small like I am. So we're just looking for 1184s if we can. Let's see where my risk would be if I got a 41. I think I can risk 14 bucks in this one. Yeah, so I'm in with 100 shares. It's still a very small position, and if it breaks under 40, if it breaks under 41s, 42s, then I'm just gonna get out. My risk is like 13 bucks, which is fine, perfectly acceptable, and I like the trade. All right, while we're in this trade though, let's look at some music, team. We'll find some new music, shall we? I gotta watch this one. It's starting to squeeze down a little bit, but I really like the risk here at 42. Easy risk. Alright, let's find some music. Let me know how the volume is too. What do you guys think of this one? I don't know. I got Thinkorswim charts, brother. Ooh, big drop. Huge spread opened up. So we found some support there. Big spread just opened up on SLM, and we got a lot of support, actually. Just a big rebounding support level. I gotta have my hand over the cover button, though. There's 49s, 48s. I don't know, Daniel. That's weird, man. Did you unlock real-time quotes? I mean, I think that's probably the biggest thing. If you unlocked real-time quotes, I think that's what you got to make sure you have real-time. You also might have a different deviation for pre-market VWAP. You know, I'm using a 1-minute chart. You know. Yeah, Mitch's charts were the TC2000 charts. Like, that's what Mitch was using. So the ones that Mitch had up are the TC2000s. I have Thinkorswim. Mine are Thinkorswim charts. Alright, so there's a nice little rip up here. Looking good. Hey, appreciate the sub, Vic. What's up, bro? Appreciate it. Welcome to the team, man. Alright, so there's the nice little rip up here. There's 60s. Which, look at the confirmation in my risk level there. Beautiful confirmation. We need the 60 level to break, though. We need the spread to go up, too, because this is just a little baby trade for now.
Got faked out big in space. Just didn't do the trade. It did a bounce above VWAP, then cracking down now. So, it just happens sometimes.
Yeah, it happens, brother. I was getting faked out every day last week.
The truth is, wrong entry, execution. 62s is not where I should have been getting in. I tried multiple times to grab 70s, and the prices changed on me. So that just shows me with this fast-moving price, I should have been putting out limit orders at that 70, and I would have got filled at 70. I would have been able to risk up there to at least 90s or 19. But that's really kind of the issue that I had at the open. Just really, it shows the execution of your entry needs to be so important, because my entry was down here instead of being up by the resistance line where I wanted to be, which was closer towards that 1880. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Definitely won't be taking another trade. Just got to take it easy. Good.
Yeah, sometimes that's the right move, brother. So yeah, I added that last song to the playlist. Go ahead.
I pushed it. And then
Yeah.
it happens sometimes.
You got to take your swings, man. You know, you got to take your swings sometimes, and it's part of trading, brother.
Yep.
All right, so we're getting another pullback here. I really like this move. This is kind of the fake out bounce setup for SLM. It's just too early for me to really take a big swing. I'm just gonna keep my 100 shares. Look to try to get 1170s if we can, and you know, just risk it off of this low down here.
EMPH looks strong, guys. EMPH looks strong.
Let me know what you guys think of this song too. There's 50s. Like I said, I'm risking way down here though, so I still got a lot of room. I like this song. I think this beat's dope. I'm gonna add this one too.
Hey Matt, this is faded again.
I think mine's -2.2. Daniel? Tesla? Yeah, Tesla ripping up, man. Look at Tesla rip. Damn. Look at Tesla right now, guys. Whew. It went right up to that same level I talked about. A little bit over it, really. But yeah, I went to this at 57, 576.50. Huge rip, though, for Tesla. Look at that. The Dragon, man. That one's going crazy. Oof, NVX reversed, too. That's unfortunate. I'm feeling this beat, though. Nah, I can't risk it. I'll have to check it out after the stream ends, bro. If this is as close you can get to 70 disco, I'm not about that disco life, though, bro. I'm not about it. The most disco I could get into is Freddie Mercury and Queen. Another One Bites the Dust, you know. I think that's about the most disco-y I can get. Yeah, CGC ripping up, too. Listening to music, new music. I don't want words in my song. I don't know about this one. I didn't say Queen was disco. I said Another One Bites the Dust by Queen is about the closest to disco I can get. Basically saying I don't like disco and I'm not going to... The closest song to disco that I can actually tolerate is Another One Bites the Dust, which is kind of disco-y, not completely disco. I'm not saying Queen is disco. It's not. I'm not. Of course I know that. What I'm saying, though, is that Another One Bites the Dust is on the line, and that's about as close to disco as I can get. Sheesh, man. Don't you guys listen? Everybody chill out. I'm not insulting Queen. I like Queen. I'm not saying it's disco either, you know. Alright, this one's dope. I gotta add this one. Yeah, I gotta add this one. I like this one. I'm gonna let this one play. Ooh, I'm about to get stopped out while I'm listening to music. I'm gonna let it test this load though. Oof. Yeah, I'm out. $15 loss, kept it small. I gave it the shot. I'm more so lo-fi hip-hop than anything else, really. I don't, Austin. I don't. There's no way I want to listen to disco while I trade. Yeah, I like this. This was dope. I can listen to this. Alright, so yeah, I added that one to my list for sure. AMD kind of looks like a fade, but I'm not going to trade it right now. Yeah, I got you, Rodrigo. Or no, I mean, the left of the scans is already up. Yeah, I mean, see, like, my window's not really touching them yet, see? Like, that should be okay. No pre-market trades with my platform. This one's a little bit too dark, I think. See, I like Dylan Sits because he's the one that made Rain Check. Ah, my foot's asleep, man. Oof. Ah, I gotta wake my foot up.
CLVS ripping, guys. CLVS starting to get some volume, guys. Pay attention to that one.
Ah, see, SLM faked me out. It barely faked me out too, but it faked me out by a penny. Traded it small, but that's kind of how it goes. I don't hate it now, though. know if I'm feeling that one. Do we have a star among us? Yeah, Mitch is fine. I think he's just taking a break. You know, he took a swing. He's trying to grow an intro account, so he's here. He's just taking a break. It's necessary to kind of take a step back. You know, get your mind right a little bit. You know, chill out. And so I think that's just what he's doing. Trying to find some new songs. Alright, so I added a few new songs. I'm gonna look at some jazz now too. Alright. I'll add this one. This one's dope. Alright, let's see what else we got. AMD kind of looking for a fake out fade with this one if we can get it. I like this one. Sorry guys, I'm playing DJ right now. I'm waiting for, I'll start trading a little bit more actively within like 30 minutes or so. But for now I'm just chilling. Still waiting for some good setups to appear. I like this one. Alright, so we got a few. That should be good. I'll go back to the market. Yeah, I mean, you could buy fractional shares. Hey, see you, Junior. Have a good day, brother. What's up, Junior? I'm all friends. Cheers for the stream as always. You and Mitch are the best. Thank you for continuing to put out content. Have a good day. Hey, appreciate it, Junior. Have a good day, brother. Do not feel bad, bro. I lost 300 on my FCEL swing trade. Yeah. Alright. Spy's kind of rebounding here. I think that's what we're getting. Look at the Spy. Yeah, APT volume's just too low. Part of me wants to take another 100 of SLM and just risk off of this level since it confirmed it, anticipating a breakout. It's kind of in a flag pattern, but you know what? I'll take 50 shares. That way if I lose, I'll lose like $5. Just because it ended up faking me out, and so I'll take 50. No. ACOR ripping up, man. I was right at my $2 strike price too, and it just didn't hold. Something must have come out from the news. Luckily, these don't expire for a month, and so I still got a lot of time to let these work. Same thing with Trill. I got some good jazz playing. Yeah, NVAX is starting to rip, guys. If you could trade it, NVAX is starting to rip. It's up to 8/12s. Yeah, I mean, I'm just keeping it one stream. 2 streams was too hard to manage, and it was too bad for my internet. I was getting hit with so much data trying to stream 2 streams at once. That it just wasn't plausible, or it wasn't practical. Sorry. Spy rebounding here too, and so I think this is worth keeping an eye on. If we look at the Spy here, Spy is creeping up towards that high of the day, up there at, you know, the previous high of the day really is at 330s 80s, and so we're at 330.40. We're about 40 cents away. I think that's worth a considerable watch. Yeah, no stress. Yeah, maybe so, Joe. Like I said, some of the put options are, I'm anticipating that the virus isn't going to be as bad as it is. And if it is, I mean, it's like a $100 loss. It's no stress either way. You know, and so it is what it is, you know. Like, maybe I'm just horsing around with options. I'm very open about not being an option expert by any means. I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes with options. And so, you know, I'm still learning myself and experimenting. You know what I mean? What was SLM is dropping back down. And I mean, guys, honestly, this goes back to what the Spy has really been doing the last few days. And if we look at the Spy here, you know, this trade is negligible. I mean, it's not a big deal regardless. But look at the Spy the last few days, guys. Like, look at this. Sideways. The Spy has not held a solid trend at the open for a week or two. Sideways. 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 And so this is really what's catching everybody. This is why trading for me especially. This day it actually did. This is what I want to see. But most of these days sideways. The SPY isn't confirming or picking a trend necessarily, and it's just kind of crossing over and under the VWAP in that first hour, making it really difficult to trade in all honesty. And so I'm keeping it small. That's why I'm trading small here. But it's hard to trade when the SPY is not respecting the VWAP or a trend, you know. No, I wouldn't make money. I'd be about break even if I sold now. This is the U.S. stock market. Here, but yeah, don't repeat the same thing over and over and over again, brother. Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. We got 80 likes, just about 80 likes, guys. Hit that like button. Help us break 100 likes today. You know we're your favorite streamers. We show you everything, regardless of whether we win or lose. We don't claim to be experts. We don't sell a course. We just let you watch us trade for free, you know. And so if you appreciate what we do here, click the like button, guys. We got 79 likes. We need 20 more to break 100 likes. My goal is to break 100 likes every day. And so hit the like button. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. You know, we do this live for free. If you click the bell, you'll get an alert every time we go live, which again is every single weekday morning right here on YouTube. And so hit the like button, guys. Click the subscribe button to help support us. Even if you hate us, hit the dislike button. It's all engagement. We like it all, you know. I've got to get out. Less than $25 though. Maybe I shouldn't have traded it all, but that's the squeeze I didn't want. I like the setup though, but I think a lot of shorts are jumping out of it now. What is US market time? What do you mean? Ooh, look at NVAX go. Thank you, sir. NVAX dropping back down. Look at that drop for NVAX. Give back those gains, son. Alright, let's drop. Yeah, this is the one I'm buying a put option on. Yeah, it's like 10:10 market time. 10:11 market time. SPY still climbing. Hey, appreciate the sub, Angel. Or Ange. Appreciate the sub. Welcome to the team. Appreciate the sub, guys. What's up, what's up, Vic? What's up, Jeff? What's up, Ange? Appreciate the sub, guys. Welcome to the team. Like I said, hit that. Hit that subscribe button. It's over there. Click that subscribe button, guys. Support what we do here. We're just a free resource and community. You know, so help support us. Hit that subscribe button. I'm kind of looking at CGC and Cron here. But yeah, for now, stocks aren't really picking trends. Most of them, at least. PCG's in a downward trend. So is MU. What about Roku? Roku sideways. Tesla's up. Tesla looks strong. The Dragon is up. But I'm going to wait for stocks to start to pick a trend. I'm going to wait for the market to pick a trend, and hopefully it does soon. Because if not, I'm not going to force anything. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he probably does, Mike. I'm going to delete the message just so people don't, leave ours. But yeah, I'm sure he does. We're trendsetters over here. I have $100. What should you buy? Nothing. You should buy some lunch, bro, or something else. $100 is not a way to get started in the market. You want to get started in the market, save up. You can save up $400, get a Taps and TradeNet package. That's probably the cheapest way. You want to go to a different platform, you can save up a few thousand, but $100 isn't going to do you anything, man. You gotta in trading, you gotta have capital, right? You gotta have money, and if you don't, you're not gonna be able to trade. You could get started. What you can get with $100 is you could buy a paper trading platform and get started and learn and practice and study. That's what I would do. I would buy a cheap paper trading platform and get started. Is what I would do, right? I wouldn't try to turn $100 into anything, because that's never gonna work. I would instead buy a paper trading platform and start practicing. Garav, I am right in the middle of trading right now, bro. I can't help you with that right now, man. You're gonna have to wait until I'm not trading, so a few hours, and I can try to help. But yeah, man, I'm right in the middle of my stream, bro. I'm looking at stuff, waiting for stuff. Yeah, exactly, Shreep. That's what I gotta do. Yeah. So Onyx, you can either make enough money in your intro package to upgrade to the student package. So if you make enough money that you can upgrade, you can do it that way, or yeah, you could save up enough money. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's $400, right? And you're getting $14,000 in buying power, and so that's a lot of buying power relative to what you're paying, right? It also comes with a course and a demo account and chat room access, and so it includes all of that stuff, right? And I think that's one of the biggest benefits of it, right? For new traders, what are your options? You can save up thousands and get less buying power, pay over $100 a month for your platform alone, and
sorry to interrupt. I don't want to interrupt, but AMRN long. You can continue, John. Sorry about that.
Okay, no, you're good. And so yeah, so your other options, you can save up. Here, I'll throw a bitch up. You can save up enough money and go to a conventional platform, but you're going to be restricted. And so with TradeNet and Taps for $3.99, you get 14K in buying power to trade with. Once you partner with them and contract for them, you basically become a contractor for them. And there's a 70-30 split, and there's a max loss of 700. But again, you're paying $400 for that. It's super cheap. You're getting way more buying power than you would, even if you start a $1,000 account somewhere else. You're actually going to be able to short stocks with no PDT rule. Again, it comes with the course, demo account, chat room access. I think that bundle makes a ton of sense. It's a much cheaper way to get your feet wet, especially if you're a new trader. And the risk reward is solid because your max loss is 700. You go under 13,300, they close you down, but you're only paying $3.99. And your max loss is 700, so you're getting almost twice as much. So to put it in trading terms, the risk reward is solid. And I think it just makes sense. And so if you want to check it out, I'll post this link. No, you open an account with TD Ameritrade, you're going to be restricted by the PDT rule. You're only going to be able to day trade 3 times per rolling week. And you're also going to be restricted by the T2 rule, and you're going to have to wait 2 days after each transaction for your funds to settle back into your account. And so, yeah, it's not the same at all. I get that argument a lot, which is like, oh, well, TD Ameritrade has free commissions. Yeah, they do, but you also have the PDT rule. And I love TD Ameritrade. I think Thinkorswim is one of the best platforms ever, right? But you got the PDT rule. You got the T2 rule. You don't get any margin. You don't get any leverage unless you have over $2,000. It's just it's going to take a lot more money in capital to get started with TD Ameritrade. I'll put it that way. And that's the benefit, And yeah, some people are going to hate on them. I think the reason they hate on them is really because they lose their account, or they heard somebody else hating on them and they just kind of jump on that train. The reality is, it's one of the cheapest ways to get started. You can actually short stocks, which most new traders can't do, and it just makes sense, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, and maybe if you have $100, that makes sense, actually. You could probably do TD Ameritrade. I think you might get hit with fees. Or maybe you could try option trading with $100. But, maybe so.
Gotta hold risk to 2055s.
Oh, wait, let me make sure Mitch is up. Oh, you can't see Mitch. My bad, guys. I just realized. Let me put him back up. There we go. Now you can see him. Yeah, I mean, if you have over 25K, you don't have the PDT rule. But that's what I'm really talking about is people that are trying to get started for cheap, right? Most people don't have 25K, and I really don't suggest a brand new trader, even if they do have 25K, start with 25K. And you know why I don't suggest that? Is because it doesn't matter how much capital a trader has. A brand new trader is almost certainly going to lose their first account. And so if your first account's $1,000, most new traders are certainly going to lose that. If your first account is 25K, you're going to be losing a lot more. And sure, I know it's every trader's dream to take money and to build it up as their first account. But what you got to understand is that losing is kind of necessary when you first get started because you have to build rules. And it's not going to hurt enough to build rules if you don't lose, right? And if you do win, most of the time it's luck. You can have the best course in the world, the best guru in the world, but you have to condition your emotions to make the right decisions. And so I really don't suggest a new trader going with the 25K account for their first time because, again, I don't care what anybody says, a new trader is almost certainly going to lose their first account. It's just part of trading. You know, they have the cliche saying, you got to pay your market tuition. And if your first account's 25K, you're probably going to lose $25,000. And that's a lot of money for your first account. And so I suggest trading small, starting with a very small account. And that's why I think Tefs and TradeNet fills that gap. You can get started for $3.99, super cheap. If you lose, and to be fair, I think most traders are going to lose that. If I'm being honest, I think most traders are just going to lose. Doesn't matter where they go. But I think it's just a cheaper way. Yeah, but most new traders aren't going to have that discipline, Vinny. Most new traders are going to go crazy, you know? And that's just part of it. So the withdrawal process, they wire it to you, Mike, and you could request one withdrawal per month. I had a buddy of mine that did it. He put the request in on the 10th of the month and received it on the 19th, I think. And so it took 9 days. Wire transfer is what they did. Said it was pretty easy, flawless. You can only do one per month though. But yeah, he said it was pretty simple. The commissions are pretty cheap, especially if you use small sizing. They're 0.006 cents per share plus fees. I think it equals out to about 0.0075 per share, but there's a 150 per trade minimum. But basically, if you buy 200 shares or less, you're paying like $4 for a round trip, so super cheap. As you get higher and take larger sizing, the commissions are less favorable, but especially with like small size, if you trade big range stocks like Tesla, you could buy 100 shares. You could get in and out $3-4 commission. You know, super cheap. And I think it's really favorable if you think about it in that way. But yeah, I mean, pros and cons. The cons are that most penny stocks aren't tradable. So if you're just a penny stock trader, probably not the best one for you. Mostly meant for mid and high cap stocks. Right. Yeah, so the platform you see here, Mitch is using TC2000 just because he likes their charts a little bit better. On the right side is the Tefs executing platform, but honestly, the Tefs platform isn't that bad. So like, look, I'll open up the default platform. This is what their platform looks like. So it's actually a pretty advanced platform. Honestly, it's not a bad platform. It's very similar to DOS, in all honesty, but it's a solid platform for sure. Put it back up. I just prefer Thinkorswim because that's what I've traded with since I got started in trading, and that's what I'm the most comfortable with. Oh, also, they do have a sale right now. I forgot to mention that. It's actually $375 right now for this sale. So you can get intro package for $375. So it's actually less than $400. It's $375. So super cheap. Yeah, no stress, Onyx. No worries, brother. But yeah, there's the link. Like I said, it's $375. And I mean, like I said, to be fair, I make a commission if you guys sign up. And so I'm very biased, obviously, in their favor. But I generally think it's one of the cheapest ways new traders can get started, and I think new traders need a cheap place to get started because they're probably going to lose. And if you try to trade a $25,000 account for your first day trading account, you're probably going to lose $25,000, and it's going to be more devastating than $400. You know, $400, it's small scale in the grand scheme of trading. Right, and so the fact that you can get so much buying power comes with the course, demo account, chat room. I think that makes sense. Some people are going to hate on them regardless, and you know they have their pros and cons for sure. But I think in the grand scheme of things, it's just a cheap way. Looking good, Mitch. Let me put this up so you could really see Mitch's full P&L. There we go.
Trying to hang tight, guys. Trying to hang tight right now.
So yeah, basically the way it works is you become a contractor for them and you get to trade their account. That's how they get around the PDT rule, right? So there's a 70-30, the best way I can describe it is it operates like a prop firm. And so you partner with them, you become a contractor for them. There's a 70-30 split, so in profit you have to basically share 30% of it with them. And there's a $700 max loss for their base package. And as you move up in packages, the split gets more favorable and the max loss gets larger. Like I'm in a pro account, I think my split is 15%, and my max loss is $12,000 on my pro account. And so it all depends, but yeah, think of it like you're a prop firm contractor, right? And so you're gonna split. They're gonna give you that buying power, and you're gonna split your profits with them. Is basically the way it works. And yeah, because technically it's an educational package, and then you get to partner with them and become a contractor for them, but it comes with the course of the demo account.
Just took a lot of it off there. It was trying to break out through the 80s, and then when it wicked down there, I wasn't going to take the risk. I told myself, don't let it go down underneath 74. It just tapped 74. Could have got a little kind of wigged out there, but just going to take majority of it off and just let the rest of it work.
Yeah, good trade, brother. Looks good.
Yeah, I really wanted to get it through the 80s because that would have been a nice kind of $100. I was going to take 500 off at 80, but I kind of got a little hesitant there. It looked like it was going to get there to the 85s, and then I was going to sell immediately, but it kind of held up there in the 80s, 82s. There was a big volume put in there at 74, so that was kind of my concern if that big guy kind of sold out there. So looking to see what happens there.
Yeah, it looks good, brother. It's got that triple top right now at 85, or at 80. Yeah. So I think it was a good
exit. If you get big volume here, big volume through the 80s, I might even add through the 85s and just try to hold the rest break even.
Yeah, it looks good.
There you go. Looks good right now.
I'll be right back, team. Wait, nice work, Mitch. Good job, brother. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Five-minute pullback has it to 2070. What would that look like? Not bad. See, I sold a little bit too early, guys. Just a tiny bit. I should have been back at 100 right here. This would have been the 100 take. I really wanted this one right here at the high of the day, near the high. I should have had the order out for 80s. I'm trying to master my execution, guys. So that's why I'm being a little stingent there. You know, I did get 74s, but 80s is where I wanted to get 500 off. I would have been able to take off about $100 there, and we could have been break even for the day. But just going to give this a shot right here. The pullback is to the 70. So the 50 on the 1 minute, or the 9 for me on the 5 minute. Yeah, guys, just, some of the things that you got to do is just focus on the charts. One of the things is I wasn't going to take another trade unless it was exactly to the strategy. You look at this on the 5 minute and you can see it just holding VWAP. I was able to get in at VWAP, and that's really what matters. I think earlier, we took some trades a little bit away from VWAP, and that's why it's so vital to try to get closest to the support or resistance. The support here was 58. I was looking to maybe risk to 55, and we got entries there and pretty much 62. So that's what I look for, guys. Those VWAP bounces have been really well for me. Fade hasn't been as active this year, but definitely the VWAP bounce has been working. If you guys hear me go quiet, a lot of the times it's not going to be that I'm going to just start trading. It's going to be to kind of take a step back, because that's what you need to do. A lot of traders take a loss and they start looking for charts that they want to get into. Instead, I think what's more important is to lock up your trading screen, give yourself a couple minutes to really regroup, and then start looking at charts objectively versus subjectively, because you have a down day and you want to make your profits back. Yeah.
Well done on the comeback. 25 dead from the virus. How do you work out share size, stop, and profit levels in the moment? So share size is all going to be dependent on what my max loss is and what my risk is, right? If I want to risk $100 or less in a trade and my risk is 10 cents, then I can take 1,000 shares. If my risk is 20 cents and I want to lose $100 or less in a trade, then I can take 500 shares. And so my share size is going to adjust with what my risk is in that trade, based on the share size. So like I said, my risk is 40 cents, then I'm going to take 250 shares, and it depends on the range of the stock that way. And that's how you really approach it. Appreciate the sub, Joe. What's up, bro? Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the subscribe.
This is where I want to see the volume come right back into stock, guys. There you go. Got some volume picked up at 70. Big volume at 69, so I'm looking for 69s or 68s.
You had the trading penalty box. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. That's exactly what it is too. We all have to go in it sometimes.
This looks good to break out here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same news that came out earlier though, Netron. We'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, I think that the amount of people that have died from it is not really that big relative to the size of China and the population and what previous viruses have done. I think it's a little bit overhyped, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just trying to make myself feel better.
Let's look at MGM. That'll tell you a good amount of the story. The casino stocks. They did a huge pullback, but today they're going on the upside.
What's the other one? What's the other casino stock? It's MGM and then Sands, so S-A-N-D if I remember correctly. No, it's something else. And then the Wynn.
Yep.
Yep.
Those are the two. All right, guys, if we get to this trend line, I'm going to go ahead and add, and I'll hold that break-even rate. I'm going to try to get myself back into the green today. If not, then we'll just limit the loss.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out, Ebro. I'll check it out, brother. But yeah, we don't, like I said, no stress either way, but I'll check that one out for sure.
MU at VWAP coming back, guys. That one did a fade at the open. Kind of more of a VWAP reject, but now back at VWAP. Tech stocks coming back. At least I'm seeing them bounce back.
Yeah, Tesla's pulling back. It's like right at the VWAP now. What else we got?
Looking for a small drop here to maybe the 69 or 70. If not, it should break out towards the 2085s. If we break out through 2085s, I really can see this thing getting up there to $21 today. So that's why I'm trying to stick in it. See if I can get another 25 cents.
Also, guys, if anybody wants to use the same the same scanners that Mitch and I use, I'll post this link. They're really cheap scanners, or they're super customizable. You can do a lot of different stuff with them, and you can get 15% off by using promo code BT15. You know, the scanners that we have here, although they're a little bit delayed, you can get the real-time scanners, which again are the most customizable dynamic scanners I've seen in the market. I would definitely check them out. We also have the test drive coming up for them. But yeah, you can build strategies and scans around different stocks and around the different scans that they have. And it's just a really easy way to trade. You can see what's moving, especially if you trade some of these big running stocks like mid caps, low caps. I think they make a lot of sense. And if you're a good enough trader, they can pay for themselves. And so check out the link in the chat. Again, you can use promo code BT15 and get 15% off.
Starting to draw a little bit. Get my chart looking nice. Yeah, a lot of people ask, why did John and I use different charting? Why does he use Thinkorswim? Why does he use that? And it's at the end of the day, it's like John always talks about. It's a lot to do with comfort. And then this is why we also talk about TradeNet. I've traded now with TradeNet for over 2 years now, and I can really say that at least I haven't had many issues. I don't have many freeze ups. I think I've had maybe one freeze up in kind of all my trading with them, at least from the platform. And that's really important. Sometimes with a free service, you might get into some issues. I know you guys have heard probably in the past Thinkorswim kind of lag a little bit, but this is a really great platform. It's really quick, lets you do market orders even. I would never recommend market orders on a different kind of broker or trader trading platform, but Tefs does a really good job with the market execution.
The Phils is pretty solid, and it's just the cheapest way, in my opinion, to get started day trading with no PDT rule. Hey, we broke over 100 likes. But no, I agree, and I think like Mitch says, I stick with what's comfortable for me, and Thinkorswim charts are just what I've used since I first got started trading. But with Tefs, they're also what I've used since the very beginning for my execution, and I think that I have the least pressure on me to succeed. They're the cheapest accounts you can get where you actually have a shot at making some money with, and I think they make a lot of sense. I think in the end, it's just a cheap way, and you can day trade short stocks. Comes with the course. They got pretty good support as well, and so I think that for new traders looking for the cheapest option where you're risking less, I think that they make the most sense. And I also think that, to be fair, I think most traders are going to lose, but I think it's just a cheaper way to lose. And if I got started trading, I would rather risk $300 or $400 than risk $2,000 and probably lose that too. And they do have a sale going on right now. It's $375, and so check that out too.
Nice reversal there on MU. That one did a nice move there.
I'm looking at Tesla, man. Tesla looks like it's got a little bit of a flag showing up on it right now. Interesting levels for sure. We'll see if it bounces off the VWAP here. if your market order traded 10 cents higher, you must have been trading a pretty low float or a pretty big spread stock. That's why I look for stocks that have like 1 or 2 cent spread. But even still, I get filled bad sometimes. But it's just a price you pay. Everything's not gonna be perfect on there. But my fills are pretty solid, I think. Depends on the spread of the stock, though.
What John talks about is important. You should see at least, let's say if you're trading 1,000 shares, you should see 1,000 shares on the level 2. Because if it's not there, then it's not there at that pricing. And that's what he's talking about, low liquidity stocks. Sometimes you'll actually see that it's just like 100 shares just waiting there. It's not even 1,000 shares. And so if it's 100 shares, it's just sitting there. It doesn't really mean that you're going to get filled there.
Yep.
And I think that's what traders need to really understand. How do you get filled is from supply. If the supply is not there, it doesn't matter if you demand the price. The supply isn't there.
Yep.
That's really what ranges and kind of spreads are really about. It's the battle between supply and demand. Market makers trying to master us.
Yeah, for sure. Is your screen frozen? I think it is.
No, it's just so slow.
Nah. Oh, now it's not. It's weird. I was watching the level 2.
She's just getting dead slow on me.
Yeah.
So if you want to put up another chart, that's fine too. I'm just gonna sit.
Let's see. Watch Tesla might go below 570. Yeah, I'm watching Tesla. We'll see what we get. I've only traded twice today, so I'm still waiting for my setups to show up.
SPY coming back, guys. Always. Vengeance.
Yeah.
That baby don't like to go away yet.
Nah, I'm watching it, man. It's been an interesting few days. SPY's testing the high of the day now is what's going down. The high of the day is right around here. Look at the high of the day, right? Exactly right here, guys. So this is what we're battling right now, is this 330.80 level. That's the high of the day for the overall market. We'll see if it breaks.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. At least I've never gone into that situation, and you guys see me trade live for years.
New to trading, however, I have a question about why you need 25K in an account to day trade. So,
dude,
your guess is as good as I do. Like I said, I think
Ax Bernanke or whatever his name from the Feds and all the people in the 2008 crisis.
Yeah, I think that if you really think about it, like, this is the reality, right? And this is from somebody that has day traded for years. You know, I've day traded for years. I understand the market. I know what day trading entails and the culture of day trading and everything and what it takes to be successful for the most part. And the reality is that most new traders are going to lose their first account. And so if you make a new trader save up $25,000 to trade their first account, you are basically ensuring that that trader will lose 25K as their first experience in day trading. It's an absolutely absurd rule by the SEC. And again, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, you should allow a new trader to day trade with less than that. It's the opposite. You know, you're basically making a new trader risk $25,000 if they want to try their luck at day trading. You're going to make them risk $25,000 to do it. It's crazy. The rule makes 0 sense, and everybody hates it. Everybody hates it, except for, I'm sure, the big banks, you know. But the reality is, like, you're just making them risk way more as a brand new trader. Why would you ever do that? But it's an SEC rule. It's called the PDT rule, the pattern day trading rule is what it is. It states that you need $25,000 in your account, and if you don't have that, you can only day trade 3 times a week. So it's an absolutely absurd rule.
Yeah, in my eyes, I think it has a lot to do with the jealousy of the .com traders. I don't know why, but I feel like it has a lot to do with some traders made an incredible amount during the .com era, and I think they kind of wanted to tax it more, so they wanted to get higher accounts that can day trade. At least that's the only thing that I could think of, because I don't think it's really to protect the trader.
It's not.
I just don't see how that could be the logic really behind it.
Yeah, it's absurd, man. It's absolutely absurd. It's ridiculous. Again, somebody, Ruma said the PDT rule is enforced to protect new investors. That's what they say, but in the end, it hurts them way more. It hurts them way more because what happens, guys, like I said, traders save up $25,000 because they want to try day trading. And so their first account is $25,000. They're going to lose that, man. That's what any new trader is going to lose their first account. It ends up being way more counterproductive for their goal of protecting new traders than it is good. Because again, it's like if somebody wants to try their luck at actively day trading, you could trade 3 times a week, but you're not going to really understand what it's like because you're not going to be able to get a rhythm going during the day. You're only going to be able to trade 3 times per week. And so the only other option is to save up $25,000 to actively day trade. And again, you make a new trader save up $25K, you're going to make a new trader lose $25,000 for their first account. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely crazy. And they disguise it as what we're just doing what's good for the trader. It's the worst thing for a trader, honestly.
All right, guys, I just hit an ad. Not going to hold no matter what the rest break even. Looking for this home run to get back above 2075. Let's see if we can get back above the 2075. That'll show some strength. It should break out through the 80s and get to the 85s. I'm going to hold no matter what at that 2066 level.
Yeah, and if you think losing your first $1,000 account was heartbreaking, think about it if you worked for a year or two to save up $25K just so you could actively day trade, and then you lost it all in a week. How heartbreaking would that be? Now it's demoralizing, man, and that's why it's crazy. That's why that rule is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, I think everybody takes their own risk and should understand that you take your own risk.
Yeah, I mean, of course they're gonna disguise it, Rumos, under we're just doing what's good for the trader. If 90% of traders fail, what do you think they're gonna do? Like, if 90% of traders fail, why set such a high ceiling at 25K? Because then you're gonna make some traders. You still made money, brother. Good job. Good work. I like the exit.
I gave myself a shot to come back. That's gonna be it for me, guys. Go ahead and get on out of here. Go enjoy the day. All right, guys, definitely, if you guys haven't already, we are gonna be having this great competition that's gonna be coming up. I think it's really vital for these new traders to definitely get in here, take some swings, especially you traders that are out there trying to make kind of these massive gains. Understand that with massive sizing comes massive risk, and the best way to kind of attempt this is to go for a challenge. One of the things that we can do is we have this competition that's going to be coming out. When did we start, John?
February 22nd.
22nd. Yep. All right, guys. So you guys still got a little bit, about 2 to 3 weeks left. So definitely, guys, sign up. It's absolutely free. We'll give you a chance to go ahead and take some big sizing, take some shots. And if you guys want to go ahead and join with us, we're going to be trading it live here and taking some big sizing. So definitely, guys, hit that link, and it'll get you to kind of the link for the competition. All right, guys. If you got,
I think we lost Mitch. You're breaking up, brother. If you're talking, yeah, it says your internet connection is unstable. There you go. You're back. What's up, bro?
Yeah, Comcast trying to shut me down.
Yeah, you know how they do.
All right, guys, but I'll be getting on out of here. Definitely stay with me on the Discord, guys, if you guys want to talk outside of trading, outside of the intraday. Always looking up news, always looking up the kind of the latest catalyst. So You guys want to keep up with us, get in that Discord, and we'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, join our Discord. There's the link there. Later, brother. Have a good day, man. But yeah, the competitions, I'll post that link one more time. But yeah, the competition, basically for 6 trading days, they're going to give you a demo account. It's completely free. They're going to give you a demo account for 6 trading days. And the top 3 people that do the best and make the most money in their demo accounts after 6 trading days in my team alone win free trading packages. Then the top 20 in the overall competition win free trading packages. And so it's completely free. In my opinion, it's not gonna hurt anything, because you're at the very least you're gonna get a free demo account, and I think it just makes sense. No, you don't have to be a member, Flingshot. Yeah, you can join my team. It's completely free. No, you don't have to be a member. So we got a few good comments here. Or you can open up with firms like Charles Schwab, Ameritrade, Fidelity, and Robinhood have 3 trades per week. Yeah, but 3 trades isn't going to do anything for you to learn, for you to get a good understanding of how it goes in the market. 3 days isn't going to do anything. Or 3 trades isn't going to do anything a week. It's going to instead just make you frustrated, because you're only going to be able to trade 3 times a week. If you have a losing trade, you're not going to be able to try to rebound. You're going to be way too restricted by it. It just doesn't make sense. And yeah, Too Fast says, let's be realistic here. What the heck does 3 trades a week going to do for you? Even if you're learning, nothing. You can't even learn consistency with that little amount of trades. Exactly. It's way more difficult, which is why the PDT rule is so absurd. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's just part of it, though. Like I said, some people are going to think that it's to protect new traders, but instead you're making some traders save up for years to be able to try their shot at day trading, and then it's going to be so demoralizing when they lose that 25K in a week that who knows what's going to happen. It's the worst thing for new traders. In my opinion, you need to let new traders try. You need to let them work. You need to let them do their shot. If you don't, you know what I mean? You're going to make them save up 25K and then lose, and that's the last thing you want. Instead, you want traders to be able to take a small account and day trade so they can see what it's actually like for cheap. Because if you make them save up 25K, you're basically ensuring that they're going to lose $25,000 when they first get started, and that is a crazy thing to do, and it's in the trader's worst interest, honestly. SPY pulling back a little bit. We're going to wait for some stuff. I was looking at CGC, maybe Cron here. Cron's a little bit too low. Alright, so we'll see what we can find today. I'm going to look for some stuff to get into. We got AMD, MU. Not bad little levels I drew. I talked about MU if it broke under the $60 level, 60.10 level, and look at that drop. Beautiful drop. Gonna look for a little bit of a breakout in CGC here. Also looking at MU. Gonna use that 65 level as my risk here for CGC. Again, also looking at MU. Yeah, my feel wasn't great with this one though, but I guess it's in the spread. Sorry, I'm talking to my wife. I like this risk level at 66. I think it's pretty tight. Small risk. Can maybe add a little bit into CGC as it pulls back some. Anticipating a bounce up there. I'd have to risk off of like 50 here. 48s if I do add to it. We'll see. I gotta be weary of the SPY though. The SPY is dropping. I'm also looking at MU that I might take for a short position if we get it. Yes, Michael, this is live right now, bro. They show 956, bro. That's what the scanners show. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for sure, Todd. 100%, man. It's tough, man. Trading's a tough thing. It's super difficult. And I'm like, I try to be the buzzkill in trading because there's so much nonsense out in the trading world. Honestly, it's one of the reasons I like TradeNet, because TradeNet gets some hate, but they're not sleazy with their advertising, right? They're not promising you, selling you a dream. They're realistic with their advertising, which is way more preferable, in my opinion. CGC dropping down. I'm going to take one shot here, add a little bit to it, in with 400 shares. Looking for it to move up to 80. But yeah, at least TradeNet's not sleazy with it, and that's the beneficial thing, right? They're not promising you dreams. They're not showing you Lamborghinis. They're not sitting in mansions like, look how much, if you just buy my trading course for $5,000, you'll make so much money next month. You'll be able to pay your bills. All it takes is hard work and studying, you know, but I'm going to show you and flash my Lamborghini every chance I get. Just nonsense, right? The reality is, for most traders, it's going to take years to be successful. No matter what course you take, you're gonna have to condition your emotions to make the right decisions, and even at that point, it's not guaranteed, you know. And so in the end, you just got to see it for what it is. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes years to be successful. It doesn't matter what course you take. And so you want to have that understanding. You know, I think a lot of traders have that fantasy where I'm going to pay my mortgage and show everybody that doubted me that I'm wrong, or that they were wrong, and I'm going to just show them, and I'm going to make all this money. I'm going to turn $5,000 into $100K in 2 months, just like my guru. And it's just not like that, man. It's just not like that. It's just not like that. And no matter what people think, man, regardless of what people want to say, what people think, it's just not like that. And if you set the wrong expectations for it, you know, in the end, it's probably going to hurt you in the long run, you know? Like, even me, I've been trading for a few years, and my account's grown substantially. But even still, I've been in a slump lately. I haven't been super profitable lately, you know? And that's just part of it. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, and if you think it is, because your guru tells you that, you're going to be in for a pretty rude awakening, team. Pikachu. As soon as I start talking about the gurus, man, somebody's got to come defend him. You know what? I bet you Pikachu is one of those dudes that spent $5,000 on a guru's course, right? And so they got to justify it. They got to justify it in their head. I start talking about the gurus, the haters come out. Hey, don't get mad. Like I said, you can say I don't trade, and that's fine. You can act like I can't trade, and that's fine. My account's well into the profit, though. I've grown my account by like 20%, really 15% in the last few months. And so regardless of whether you say I can trade or I can't trade, my account balance speaks for itself, you know? Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, though, is that, like, I'm the big buzzkill in trading, right? I start to talk real. People that have spent thousands on courses and they're insecure about it, they try to justify it in their head, they get mad at me for being real, they come out. Because, again, it's like, the best way I could describe it is like, look, if you've ever tried to talk somebody out of a pyramid scheme, been like, hey, I'm pretty sure this is a pyramid scheme, you shouldn't get involved with this, they will defend it until death, right? They will defend that pyramid scheme's honor until death, because it hurts too much for them to be like, yeah, I got ripped off. You know what I mean? It hurts too much, and so they need to defend it in their head, right? And so if somebody like me is saying, hey, the guru culture of day trading is terrible, they feel like they must talk smack to me, and that's the reality of it. That's what happens. You know, well, it's not the last month, Flingshot. It's the last few months. But regardless, is that my account's in the profit, and I'm not an expert. I'm not claiming to be an expert and a guru. I've been in a slump lately for sure. But regardless of anything, my account balance has grown. You know, I'm actually profitable in this account, and so you could say I'm a bad trader, but my account balance is up. And you know, yeah, I've had some good trades, some bad trades. I've taken some good risks, some bad risks. And I'm not an expert, and I'm not a guru, but I've been in the trading world and seen the trading culture long enough to understand how it goes. And I understand that, again, there's people that, like I said, some of the courses, and I'm not necessarily against anybody that sells courses, right? If you know enough about it and you actually have done that, then selling a course is fine. And I think it's actually what the smart people do, right? Everybody understands that even if you're the best trader in the world, it's still somewhat unstable. You know, and so there's nothing wrong with another source of income by selling courses. So don't get it twisted. I'm not against courses, but I think, I'll put it this way. I think if you're an 18-year-old trying to teach people how to trade stocks, you're full of it. You're BSing, right? Because it takes years to learn how to be successful, and it's highly doubtful that an 18-year-old, a 20-year-old is going to really know how to day trade. You know, most of the time they're just selling courses, right? But if you've paid your dues and you've been in the market for decades and you know what you're talking about, that's another thing completely. And I think that there's too many 18-year-olds trying to teach people how to trade, charging thousands of dollars for courses, and it ends up making the world filled with nonsense, man. The trading world's filled with nonsense. I'm trying to let this one work. I got about a 52-cent risk, so I'm risking about $100 in this trade or so. I also gotta watch the SPY though. The SPY is starting to turn back around. Somebody's asking why we don't set stop losses. I think everybody's a little bit different in that some people set mental stops, some people set hard stops. I'm thinking about setting my stop loss right around here at 58, letting it test that level. But again, I don't set hard stops because it's too easy to get faked out of hard stops, you know, and that happens so much in trading where you just get tapped out and then it goes right back. And so I just decide to set mental stops and I just kind of watch it and stay close to it. And again, like I said, I'm not an expert, obviously. I'm not a guru. I've been in a little bit of a slump lately, but what I have done is I have sat in the market and traded for years. And so I understand in the market who's full of it and who's not, you know. And like I said, you got an 18-year-old trying to teach you how to day trade. They're full of it. I don't care what course you buy. They're probably full of it. I appreciate the sub, CE. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Buy good companies and buy on the dips. Yeah, I think if you're investing, especially, like I think that long-term investing and just the Warren Buffett method is the single most profitable form of investing that there's ever been. And I think that day trading is certainly one of the riskiest and the hardest, right? The shorter term trade, the harder it is. And so I think that in the end, you just got to realize that, like, look, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes years. Some people are going to hate because, again, these are the same people that have spent thousands on courses, and they understand that they got ripped off, but it's too hard, so they're just going to hate on me because I'm real about it. The reality is, it's like, it takes years. It's not something that you're just going to click and get right away. Appreciate the sub, Dean. What's up, bro? Appreciate it, man. For most people, it's going to take years to be successful, and even then, it's not guaranteed. And so you just want to have the right expectations, and that's what we try to teach traders, is having realistic expectations for your trading, right? Because it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. For most people, it takes years to be successful, and it's a long journey and a long process. It's not something that you're just going to get right away and just turn into the best trader ever because you took a guru's course, you know. Appreciate the sub, Joe. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. That's what I said. It's one of the reasons I promote TradeNet is because they're not sleazy with it, right? They're not showing you Lambos and all this nonsense, right? They're actually just saying, hey, like, this is the work we do. They've been in the market for years. And, you know, it's one of the reasons why I respect them a little bit more because, you know, they're not flashing Lambos like every other 18-year-old that wants to sell courses, you know. Plus, if you buy a TradeNet package, you're getting a funded account to trade with, which is a huge benefit, in my opinion. Yeah. And the reality of it is, guys, is like I said, man, the truth is that in the end, it takes years to be successful, right? It takes years. It's not something that you're just going to jump right into and make money with. You know, it's just not. Of course, there's outliers, but the outliers are more so lucky than anything else, right? And the reality is that you got to just realize what the trading game is. It's the single most difficult form of investing, and with that, it's going to take years to be successful most of the time. Years. And that's okay, because once you do understand and once you do it, then that'll be a skill you'll have for the rest of your life, right? That'll be a skill you'll have for the rest of your life. And people don't like me saying this because, again, the guru, I threaten their business, right, by telling people the reality, which is the reality, you know. It is what it is. You know, Mitch and I, we've done a lot of different stuff. We've tried selling stuff, but we decided to give everything away for free. Just because in the end, we're not experts. We're not gurus. We don't want to be gurus. We don't want to be just another drop in the bucket guru that's trying to sell people courses. We don't want to be that, you know. And it's way better to do it with no pressure. I can lose every single day and not have a worry in the world because I'm not a guru. You know what I mean? Yeah, big boys will stop you out. Yeah, market makers, big boys will. And that's why I don't set hard stops either. Because in the end, that's how people, you know, get stopped out. I've spent a couple thousand and I don't feel ripped off. I had no one teach me, and I took all the classes and none of the mentoring. The guruing is the ripoff. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And that's part of it, man. Like I said, it's tough out there for the new trader. It really is. And that's why the channel's called Beginner Trading, because we're just a free resource for them. And that's why we say this stuff. You know, we're not We're not selling courses over here. We're not trying to be gurus. We're not trying to claim to be experts. I could lose every day in a row, and nobody can tell me anything because we are not gurus. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I'm still obviously growing my account just like everybody else, but my account is in the profit. Yeah, I'll look for them. They're probably in your truck. Oh. Yeah, those are fine. Just charge them for me. Alright. But yeah, we just try to be a free resource and community. You know, that's all we are. Yeah, you have to fail to succeed. You have to lose to make money. You know, you really do. And it's what I talked about earlier, which is that you're not going to build realistic rules unless you lose, right? That pain has to be there. It has to hurt to lose, because that's the only thing that's going to motivate you to actually build rules in order to avoid that hurt and that pain in the long run, right? If you don't lose at first, you're not going to need to build rules, and you're going to think it's all sunshine and rainbows, and it's not, man. It takes a long time. Hey, we appreciate it, Garav. Thank you, brother. I might get stopped out here. We'll let it work. That's not what I wanted. I'm gonna let that 60 area test, but we're still pretty small in the day. I think the market is dropping, and that's what we're getting. We're gonna let CGC work, though. CGC is a little bit more independent from a lot of these. I'm gonna look at shorting AMD too a little bit here. I was almost thinking about shorting MU, but I just didn't. AMD is looking a little bit better though, with the risk of like 21 maybe. But we need a. We'll see what kind of share size I can take. Yes, Enrique. And yeah, guys, I mean, obviously, I'm still learning. I'm still working my way to being profitable as well. Sometimes I do good, sometimes I do bad, but my account's in the profit. You know, at the very least, I could say my account's in the profit, and it's been growing for the most part. Am I the best trader ever? No. Am I the worst trader ever? No. I'm probably somewhere in the middle, but I think the concepts we teach are legit. Take a few shares of AMD here, see if we can get this drop under this 51 level. Try to make a little bit of money. We'll see. They affected a decent amount. Most stocks follow the overall market. It just depends on if you're trading mid or high cap stocks. AJ, most stocks are going to follow the market in general, right? And so with that, most stocks are going to be affected if the market has big global news that comes out, like big global news. Most stocks are going to get influenced by that. You know what I mean? It just depends, right? Depends on what the sector is, what the stock is, and so forth. So that is all relative to what the market does in general. What's up, Skrill? AMD's ripping up. I'm probably gonna get out my 100 shares here. Yeah, I'm gonna just get out AMD, keep my loss at like 10 bucks. I'm trading one. I have this one, and then I have a Robinhood account that I'm just kind of horsing around with options on. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to options. So I'm just kind of playing around and seeing what we can get with it, with my options trades. And so yeah, I mean, I have this one in a Robinhood account. You think Tesla will stay above 580? I don't know. I think it's got to break and hold first. The VWAP's still well below it, and so that is something to understand about it. Is that the VWAP is well below that. We'll see. About break even in this one now. For CGC, we need it up to like 80 though. That's the issue, is that I'm in the middle of the range, which is never a preferable thing. We'll see if we get a break over that $0.25 at 75 would be ideal. No, that's my daily P&L. Yeah, I'm down about 50 bucks. The 50 bucks is very small though. Yeah, I mean $50. Like, listen, if you think as a trader that you have to be green every single day or even every single week or month, it's just not like that. And that again is part of the guru culture that we find ourselves in, right? Where naive traders, young traders, I'm not even talking about anybody here, so don't think I'm talking about you, but young traders that don't really understand it, they watch a guru and all they ever see them post are winning days, right? They may throw one losing day in the mix every few weeks to look credible, but all they ever really post is winning days, right? And so when a new trader gets started, they think you gotta win every single day. And some days you're gonna lose, man. I've been in a slump for the last 2 weeks, but again, I mean, my account's in the profit, and I've been up in gross P&L for the most part. But you know, trading's just not like that. It takes a long time, and you're not gonna win every day. Some days you're gonna lose. Some days you're gonna lose big. Some days you're gonna win big too, though. I'm in with 400 shares. We're at 12s again. We'll see if we can actually break this time. We need to break that $0.25, which is going to be a tough level. What do you mean, India? Garaf? What are you talking about, bro? I don't understand what you're trying to say. No, I'm not going to say anything right now. I'm trying to focus on my trades, brother. Yeah, sorry, bro. I'm trying to trade right now, man, so you can't just spam the chat. I'm going to put you in timeout. Don't spam the chat, bro. Yeah. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm not the best, obviously, but I'm not the worst, and we're getting there. You know, account's growing. That's all I can ask for, really. I got some pullbacks that I'm in right now, but the account's growing. That's more than I could really ask for. We need this 80 break, though. There's 16. We get over 75. I'll take some off. There's 76. I'm gonna take half off here just to bank some profit and keep myself okay in the trade. So we took a little bit of profits there. We're gonna let the rest work. I'm looking at MU. See if we can get up here a little bit more, and I'll slowly scale out of it. We need this 80 break. That's why I got out a little bit there. Is we need this 80 level to break, which is resistance. Yeah, see, there's the rejection. I don't mind the bounce there though. SPY's tanking, which could negatively affect my trade here, but at this point I just hold the rest break even. and move on with my day, see what else we can find in the market. I'm looking at MU. I might trade a little bit more on MU. Yeah, we need this to break, really. 83. Get out another half there. See if we can break the rest out, hold the rest up here to 90s or so. I'll take it. We'll see what else we can find right now, team. I'm gonna jump into MU here short. So I'm in MU short. My risk is about 73, so it's about 10 cents. So I'm risking about $10 in this trade. It's very small. See what we get with it. I'm break even in it right now. Hey, see you, Sid. Later, brother. I'm going to jump in with a little bit more on MU. Take a little bit larger swing. I'm in with 200 shares now. Get a pullback here for CGC. Probably just get out the rest here. Take my profit. Still holding 200 of MU. Don't mind taking a swing here. I'm risking off of the 71 level right there. I like that level. We can break, if we can hold that level as resistance, I'll probably take a larger position here. See what else we can find. You just need to unlock real time, Daniel. Unlock real time here. I'll get you that set up. I'll send you a video that teaches you how to unlock real time on Thinkorswim. I got you. I do have a video on that. I gotta find it. Gonna take half off there in case we get a bounce. Don't mind adding back there, but good. Really like the trade. Here it is. Yeah, there's the video, Daniel. I got you, bro. There it is. We are getting a bounce here. There we go. Take a little bit more off just to bank some profits. I can hold the rest comfortably. Market tanking, which is good. Get out there. Yeah, well, that's how you go green on the day. So this is usually my sweet spot time. So I'm gonna wait for a few other trades. Gonna watch AMD. Getting ready to take some bigger swings now that it is that time. I don't mind CGC here again. I'm gonna hold 100 of CZC here just in case it rips up in this triangle-like pattern that I'm watching. Alright, I'm jumping in AMD short here as well with 200 shares. I'm going to scale into AMD. I'm going to risk off of that 14 level, which is also the pre-market high, is what I'm planning to do with it. Add a little bit more here. I'm going to take my swing for the day on AMR or an AMD here for sure. Planning to scaling up to 06 with a risk of 15, so my risk is going to be 9 cents after that, but it depends on what I scale into, what my position is before I scale in. I don't know, man. I don't know if I really like BYND, the sector. I think it's a good sector for our country and everything and for the society, but do I think BYND will succeed long term? I don't know, man. I don't know. Not a bad little CGC trade with 100 shares, though. You know? Yeah, it's kind of a fake out fade is what I call it. Hey, no stress, Daniel. No worries, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's kind of what I call a fake out fade, which is a rejection below the VWAP, and then I'm planning to scale in up to the VWAP up here at 5106, and then try to take profits if we can drop it a quick drop down to like, I don't know, 91s, 90s or so. Trying to take advantage of that volatility that we hopefully get with it. Same thing with CGC is what we call a fake out bounce, right? Drop down, now it's ripping up some. Maybe I'm just holding CGC unless, just in case it pulls like that red to green move, or that flag like breakout on the upside is what I'm looking for with it. I think AMD's following the market to a certain extent here. But again, I'm planning on scaling it up to 06, and just hopefully we don't get a rip up there. You know, we're about break even on the day right now, so we could take a swing. being patient, not trying to overreact to anything that's going down right now. So here's a rip up. I'm gonna add a little bit more here to AMD. I tried, didn't quite get my entry, but I'm trying to add to it up to 06, anticipating a quick rejection down here. Yeah, there's the quick rejection down. We just didn't quite get it to a favorable enough level. That's what I wanted though. We got another penny down there, I'll take some off. But yeah, that's what I'm realizing is that my late afternoon plays are usually just much better than my morning plays. That first hour, or that late morning, is much better than that first hour of my trading. I don't know. Just need that break under 95. I'm gonna let it work, see if we get this break under this level here. We're gonna pull back on CGC. Probably hold it break even if I wanted to. SPY is so sideways, unfortunately, though. It's just difficult to trade. Been like this for a few days. So it's the same as day trading. It's 3. I appreciate it, Jonathan. But yeah, if you day trade it, if it's in the same day, it's 3. So you get, it's just like day trading, so you get 3 day trades a week. AMRN. I'll probably get out of this this CGC trade. Because I don't hate AMRN here. I'm really thinking about AMRN. Maybe missed AMRN. Let's see if we can actually get that real push here for AMD. It's been testing that 95, 96 level over and over and over again. We need the actual push though. It's got to break that support, whole dollar support. There's 96. Come on, there it is. Alright, I took half off, finally got it. For CGC, we're gonna let the rest a little bit work. I think I'm just gonna get out of Cron or CGC here and just try to manage this AMD trade. Now that it did break that big level, we can let this work big now. There's 92s. We still got this big support at 90 though. We gotta be wary of a bounce. Alright, I'm gonna take another half off there. At 90, 90, 89, 90. And then I'm gonna look for some other stuff. Yeah, there's the support that I drew out. The same support right here. Get out there. I'm going to take that. Just a quick scale in scalp trade. I'm out. We'll see what else we can find. But again, just like last time, no losing trades since I actually started to focus on later afternoon plays. Just much better results. So much better results when I start to focus on this instead of trying to trade that first hour. Yeah, Netflix had a really nice flag breakout style pattern here. You see the flag, the upward trend line, and the pole down here. You can see the pole. This is why they call it a flag. You see the pole, the flag, the breakout. That's what it was with Netflix. We'll see what else we get today. I wasn't in Cron, I was in CGC. I traded Cron yesterday, but I was just in CGC. Which one? Oh, AMD. AMD was what we call a fake out fade. So basically, okay, so let me try to draw this out in the easiest way to understand what I did here. Alright, so basically, AMD, it was above the VWAP, right? It broke below the VWAP. First, it was in a downward trend. It broke above the VWAP, and it broke above the VWAP here specifically. And so there's my risk level right there at 551.15. Like this level right here is my risk, right? When we get this big rejection, you can see all these big red candles in a row. This big rejection down here. You know, you can see this big red rejection, right? When we get this rejection right here, that shows so much weakness, and that's essentially confirming a downward trend that on any pops back up to the VWAP like this, I'm adding shares, right? And I'm anticipating a quick rejection back below where I can take profits to scalp out of it, right? Like that's all I'm doing with this trade. I call it, it's kind of a trade that I made up. It's a trade that I developed. Making it up sounds not as credible, but it's a trade that I developed from experienced trading fades. And again, you're just looking for a big downward change in momentum, like a big downward drop below the VWAP, and then you're looking for that bounce back up to the VWAP here for you to enter your position and kind of add to it. You know, that's all it was. So I hope that makes sense. I hope everybody, I call it a fake out fade because it kind of fakes out the first fade and then rejects back below it. CGC is kind of forming a flag, yeah. CGC is kind of forming that flag pattern. CGC was just a VWAP bounce. It was a VWAP bounce, but I didn't really like the range of it. If I had to critique my trade there, it was a VWAP bounce, but the range was a little bit too in the middle for me. Alright. Well, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna go to the gym with my wife. I might trade again, I might not. I'll let you guys know if I do. But not a bad little day here. Like I said, one of the biggest things I've changed, and I guess I'm gonna put that video out this weekend. Well, one of the biggest things I changed in my trading was that I started to focus late afternoon plays. And I think when I focus on these, my accuracy is going to go way up. And as you can see, this kind of confirms how my theory on when I should trade. And I can let Mitch handle that first hour, but after that first hour or two, that's when I really get in my zone and I can really focus on my trading. And that's what happened with CGC and AMD here, is that it's just it's the more favorable time. Number one, because stocks actually pick a little bit better trends, right? So it actually allows me to analyze the trend a little bit better to see where the stock is going and better predict which way it's ultimately going to go and react to what it's done already. And so I think that's what makes a lot more sense, and that's what has been working for me lately. I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down. If you want to use the same platform as us, like I said, one of the ways I can get in with 100 or 200 shares is because my commission is like $4 or $5 for that. Super cheap. It's one of the cheapest ways that new traders can get involved and started in trading, and they have a sale right now. You can get their base intro package for $375. And so for $375, you're going to get a course, a demo account, chat room access, then you're going to get to become a contractor for them and day trade a $14,000 funded day trading account that you can short on and that there's no PDT rule on. And so it operates like a prop firm. So there's a 70-30 split. So if you make $1,000 in net profit, since they're giving you all of that buying power, you got to share 30% of that with them. And there's a $700 max loss. And so if you go under $13,300, they close you down. But again, you're spending $399. You can day trade and you can short. And if you're a new trader, I don't think there's any other better option. I think it's the cheapest way to get started. It allows you to really day trade and short stocks, and I think it just makes sense. And so if you want to check that out, go to the link in the chat. Like I said, your other options as a new trader are going to charge you up the wazoo for it, and it's just going to be a pretty expensive thing. And so, yeah, I think it's the cheapest option if you want to day trade and actually short stocks. Also, you want to sign up for my team on the World Series of Day Trading that starts next month. Again, completely free to apply to and enter. At the very least, you're going to get a demo account to trade with for a few days. And at the best, you might win free packages. The top 3 in my team win packages. The top 20 in the overall competition win packages. And at the very least, you're going to get a demo account. And so I think that makes sense. If you want to use the scanners that Mitch and I are using, I'll post this link here as well. And best scanners in trading, in my opinion. Super customizable. It's sellout time, as they say. Super customizable dynamic scanners. You can use promo code BT15 and get 15% off Trade Idea scanners. And in my opinion, like I said, super customizable, super dynamic. You can build strategies around these scanners, and I think they make sense as well. And so if you want to check them out, there's the link for that. Have a good day, guys. You can go check out our website as well. And if you want to become a member, you can click the join button as a great way to help support us. You know, we just put out a lot of free content here. But if you want to help support our free content, you can become a member. And sure, you'll get a few perks, but you know, the live stream's always going to stay free. The weekend videos are always going to stay free. And so if you want to become a member to help support our free content, click the join button. It's $3.99. And with that said, appreciate all the love. We got 117 likes today. Appreciate the love, team. Appreciate the support. Good luck in the markets, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow morning, same time as always. And yeah, have a good day. Not a bad day. If you want to follow along with our Discord to see what I do in the rest of the day, and I might trade again, we'll see. Join our Discord. I'll post this link here. You can join our Discord. Check it out. But yeah, have a good day, guys. We'll see you all a little bit later.